Dun, 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 da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Chad, what are we thinking about the music? This is official Hightail, a Hightail official soundtrack. Nice. We might listen to a couple of them because like that it's actually crazy. Some of those are, I just listened into like one or two of them. It's actually crazy. They released like 94 different soundtracks. It's ridiculous, but pretty cool. Well, oh, I'm not even online. What is happening here? Jeez. Jeez Louise. Stream notification. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. I seem a little bit darker than usual. I think this is just the ambience today, okay? This is just the ambience that we're using today. I'm trying a new lighting setup. Now, I will say this. I feel like, okay, this is just a feeling. I don't know what is scuffed, but something is still scuffed about it, okay? Like, I have basically 4 lights set up now. I'm pretty sure you don't need 4 lights for a proper freaking green screen, but for some reason, it just doesn't, like, at the end of the day, so you got like a little bit of weirdness right there. You can see it. That would be there, so I could feasibly make this a little bit lighter, or, yeah. So you push this up a little bit, and now I just get a little bit weirdness here. I don't know why. It might be the camera as well, actually, to be honest with you. Since you probably work for Mojang. What? Since you predicted the new numbering system. Pfft. Please, okay? It's not even possible. Legentus is back. The only light we need is your face, Kaupenjoe. Thank you. Why sometimes you have to restart the world for the asset editor to make changes? I don't know. So you definitely need to do that specifically for common folder changes sometimes, right? When you have new assets that you add. I think that's just a synchronization issue sometimes. So the client doesn't get the assets from the server for some reason. Ah, yes, fellow Hightailer. Hello. Indeed. Good morning. Yeah, we also got the Might Mage Pacific Bite over here again. Listen, I have talked to Hero, okay? Who has helped me with the Origin mod, which, yes, I know that there's going to be a tutorial on that at some point this week, hopefully. But we talked about my issues with Hightail modding, as in the code. Because sometimes I'm still crashing out at the code. He said, you actually just gotta read the code. And I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? Pacific Byte specifically made songs of the machines fully open source MIT license. And in my own time, not on stream, but in my own time, I'm gonna be reading that code. Now, it's fine if it's a little bit scuffed. Don't worry, Pacific Byte. I'm not gonna... But it's still gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be looking into it, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I see how things work now. I'll be learning from that. How are you? If I have had a very weird day today. So I was unable to sleep for about 4 hours. So I went to bed at like 10:30-ish, something like that. And I didn't sleep until like 2 a.m. somewhere around there. And I woke up at 6 still, because that's when I wanted to wake up. Like, okay. So I woke up, that's all fine and well. I got like, if I'm honest, let's say like maybe half an hour of work done. Watched a couple of videos and then collapsed into bed at like 9 again. Or 10, I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Basically, I just collapsed to bed again. Slept for like another 2 hours. Rested for another 2 hours. I did get laundry done in that time though. So that's really good. So the laundry is done. And I also, after then waking up the second time, I was able to get I had like 2 or 3 dead plants that were still around. Most of my plants are alive, by the way. You know, sometimes they just, you know, they were different kinds, and they just didn't work. I don't know. They were like notorious for dying anyway, so it is what it is. But yeah, basically those 2 dead plants, I also removed those and got rid of them, and that was a thing that I wanted to do for a long time, but you know, busy, and I was like, let's just do this. That was good. I'm learning Java from your videos. Awesome. Feel free to critique. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no. I mean, that's fine. Are you in the Epstein files? I actually looked it up. I'm not. I'm clean, baby. Let's go. I genuinely did look it up. I was like, listen, let's just take a look at it, okay? Because everyone and their mother are in those fucking files, okay? And I was like, and you can just search them. But yeah, damn, LMAO. I did. I'm luckily not. So that's pretty good. But also I did have a tweet, and I'm not gonna reveal what the tweet is, but I don't know. It would be bad if Epstein wanted to learn Minecraft modding back in the day. Imagine, bro. Oh boy, that would be a very, very bad thing. Good thing that I actually no. Wait. The guy died before I started my channel. I'm clean, guys. I'm clean. I hear he's more of a Fortnite guy. Yeah. So Hightail and modding, and I have so many mod ideas. Interested to see what you do. Yeah, we'll see what we'll do today. I don't even know exactly, but I guess we'll see. What are we getting into today? That's a good question. I think what else was there today? Oh yeah, also someone asked. Wait, Bill Gates asked what we should expect from the next Minecraft Live. I don't know, man. They really gotta get into the like an end update or some big update in, right? Like there's just no way. If they don't do a big update, I smell bad future there. But we'll see. Yeah, he died. You know what I mean. Listen, okay, let's not get it. It's a really listen. It's an interesting topic. Yeah, I in my personal opinion, you have to be a little bit detached from it, because if you, I'm gonna be real. If I take it too seriously, it's just like I can't. Okay, that's why I'm a little bit shits and giggles about it, because I can't really. I did look up. If you wanna have a fun moment, you might go in there and like search for a couple of game names, right? Like a couple of really games we really like, and you will find a number of interesting things. Because I did actually search for Minecraft, and I read 2 or 3 disturbing emails about it, and I was like, you know what? Let's not get into that. Oh man, it is a fucking crazy. It's crazy though, like actually insane. Yeah, I heard. So this is the real issue, okay? Now this is obviously because it affects me. It's way more of an issue than anything else. Sarcasm alert, by the way. In German, Epstein. You know how that would be pronounced? Epstein. Because like Einstein or Weinstein, right? So Weinstein would be Weinstein. So I'm out and about, and I hear bakery employees talk about Epstein, and I'm like, oh my god. First of all, when the bakery employees talk about something, you know that shit has gone through like everyone, right? Like if the bakery employees talk about it, then you know it's over. But yeah, fucking nuts, okay? Just insane. It's just ridiculous. So I'm just like, oh, I now need to, I need to translate it. Do you plan on to do a stream showing viewers mods? Yes, actually, I do want to do that at some point. Today, maybe not impossible, but yeah, it's just ridiculous. Start to do a plugin in Hightail. Yes, but I have to give up the first steps. I follow your tutorial on how to configure IntelliJ. Got a bunch of errors. Yeah, it's not an easy one. Crazy world we live in. Yeah, that's why I'm installing IntelliJ. Let's go. Do note that the one version of IntelliJ that is available for download is also including the free one. You don't have to pay for it. Don't pay for it. You should make a custom furnace with custom fuel, the same recipe as a regular furnace. Maybe? I don't know about that one. QP Tech, hello. So what kind of modding we doing today? I think we're doing well, first of all, I want to look at this, okay? As you can already hear in the background. Let's see, does this work? It does. You might want to turn it down a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more. There you go. Soundtrack has released. Now, this is obviously already old news, as it was on February 13th. It's been a while. But yeah, basically, they released 94 new tracks that you can rightly hear in the background. One of the best ones, I just started playing that randomly. Let me give you the Farron Village Day. This is crazy, okay? It starts like you're like, okay, it's not that interesting. But you're like, okay, It's like kind of interesting, but just wait for it, okay? You're gonna be like, whoa, Kaupenjoe, that's crazy. I mean, come on, man. That's really good. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Is their soundtrack okay for stream? Yep, it is. Will you get a DMCA strike on your videos? No, you can use it freely. And that is the music and sound designer Hightail. So you are allowed to use those in your videos and streams. As per, which is, by the way, also just, it doesn't even make any sense. Like sometimes companies, why are companies so stupid sometimes? Like if you just allow everyone to use the music, okay? It's not like, are you really like, specifically from a game, are you really depriving the company of anything there? Not really. But also people are gonna be, wait, what is that song from? What game is that? And then you tell them, oh, it's from Hightail. And then maybe, you know, a couple people buy Hightail. I don't know. No Minecraft streams. Probably we'll be back with Minecraft streams when 26.1 is out. The companies are always dumb. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I just feel like it's just weird to me. Might have to pick up some themes and integrate them into my tutorial videos. Yeah. It's free advertising. Like, think. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, to be fair, you know, we've gone through these cycles anyway, right? So like back in the day, some of you might not know this, but back in the day, let's say like 2010-ish, when Let's Plays were a new phenomenon, it was not sure if you were allowed to make videos of games, okay? That was a thing that was in question. So back in the day, the thing to do was, for example, EA was always allowed. So like EA, there's a lot of things to complain about, but you were able to email them and ask them, and they would respond, and they gave you permission to stream their, make videos and stream their games, which is really cool. That was in 2010. But yeah, basically, that was a big question mark, right, for a long time. Nowadays, it does seem like most people agree it's kind of open. When a game comes out, you should be, like, you can stream it. And a game that doesn't allow streaming or video making, it's kind of doomed from the beginning, in my opinion. Kaupen old. Yeah, I had a channel in 2010. The fact that that's 16 years ago, that's longer than half my life. That's a rough one, buddy. That's a rough one, man. I don't know. Unk. It is true, though. It can be true, I guess. Yeah. Worldgen V2 modding stream when? Well, I did a couple of V2 things, but, you know, not like major. 2010 was 16 years ago. Why did you have to say that out loud? Yep. That's sadly, you know, it's sadly gonna be a thing, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You're still a kid to me. Well, the thing is, I'm 30, by the way. Just saying. But also, that's fair. I think that, oh man, I saw this short. It was about something like age. It was about something about age thing. I think it was a short. Yeah. There's zero possibility I'm gonna find it in my shorts. I watch way too many. But it was something about sort of how the age of people is sort of displayed, and you know, when you're like 50, you still have like basically almost half of your life still ahead of you. Yeah, whatever. You can say, well, maybe only 40 years, but like something like that. And the comments were like, young people now online call you an unk if you're like 24, which is, while that's fine, and like we laugh about it, it's okay. It's incredible because I think there's a huge misunderstanding of what that actually sort of means. I haven't fully thought this through yet, but I don't know. It just, there seems to be a very weird disconnect. And the worst part about it is that you can't tell them, because what's going to happen is that the kids that, let's say the 18-year-old kids that right now go in and call you an unk for being 24. Once they're 24 and 25, they're like, oh, that's what they meant. You can't give it to them otherwise, right? It's sort of like one of those things where your parents try to like give you, hey, listen, don't do this. It's a stupid idea. And you're like, what the fuck do you know about this? I'm going to do it because I'm smart. And then you inevitably, I don't know, fall on your ass because you should have listened to your parents because they are sometimes actually smart. And then what happens? You're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And then you try to do that the same thing. And I don't know. Personally, I try to approach it in a little bit of a different way. But yeah, I don't know. A quick question, my friend. What chat program do you recommend to use? Because Discord is at the... I have no idea. Right now, I have not even thought about it. Right now, I'm sticking with Discord in the hope that they might just reverse the decision to some degree, or that it's not that bad. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna give him the information, which is kind of a bummer because that means I can't do any what is it called? Any stages anymore. But I guess that's fine. If that's the only restriction that I'm dealing with, it's gonna be okay. Other than that, I don't know. My interest in Discord anymore. Oh, I understand that. I understand that. That's totally fine. It's just a rough one. It's just I don't know. You know, you just don't have, like, the issue is that you're now gonna have a lot of people moving to different platforms or moving to different platforms and then might come back because the different platforms are actually kind of worse. And what most people do care about is what is it? Is just the service itself. And I don't know. But I also don't want to overreact to change. That's the thing, right? And it's just like, it's just a... And also what you have to realize, and this is a true thing, and we can lament it all we want. Oops, sorry. We are sort of, you know, we're a little bit more tech savvy. On the tech savvy side. We are looking at these things. Most people just don't care. Most people are going to upload their stuff, and that's it. Because most people just want to use their stuff. Now you can say that's not good. It is what it is. Like, I don't know. There were exploits to bypass the verification. Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, if their claims are correct and everything is on device, I mean, shouldn't you be able to, like, literally just do a nice little sort of what is it called? Surfshark? No, that's a VPN. There's another thing that's like listening to all of the traffic in your network and see if the traffic they send is actually going towards their servers. And if it is, I mean, isn't that like the easiest lawsuit ever? Well, I mean, I guess not, because they're a billion-dollar company and you probably are only one person. But I mean, I guess everyone who uploads their stuff could go in for a I don't know. I guess nothing happens. There are better methods of verification using zero knowledge proof. Wireshark. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, there you go. Shouldn't you be able to do that? It's such an annoying situation. Also, AI verification will always get worse than... Yeah. True. They just remove it quickly most of the time. Yeah. It's just like... Like, that's the thing. It's like, just... You don't even need to deal with anything. The very existence of AIH verified proof then... Yeah. You did was... It's being sent somewhere. That's true. That's true. Is Palantir running it? They're not being straight with us. Yeah. I don't know. Kaupenjoe's gonna use... No, I'm not. It's not a VPN sponsorship. I mean, the announcement trailer is fine, but like, let's get another one. Outlander Village Night. Sure, I'm with you for that. It was a little bit too heavy for me right now. Minecraft did step in for this stuff, server moderation. But wait, Minecraft stepped in for this stuff with server moderation. Do we know anything about Hightail? As in, like, if they want to effectively censor servers. You mean? Because we have to protect the children. Because the parents can't do it. And also, I'm sorry, this is like, especially for the American ears. You might say this is not a thing. I'm gonna be real. I will stand on this, okay? I will stand on this. I believe that it is not as bad, or actually, like, there's not even a single bad thing if your child is hearing me say fuck once or twice in a sentence, than them scrolling 80 freaking hours on TikTok. I just disagree. I just don't think that that's a big deal. I'm sorry. I think swearing is not a big deal in any way, shape, or form. I just don't get it. Like, and the American sensibility of that is so weird to me. Yeah, you don't go around and just like shout profanities every single second. Of course. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Also, from what I can tell, or from what I heard, no, the Hightail wants to be very, very hands-off. Swearing is a normal part of life, at least in Europe. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, right? It's just, I just don't get it. It's a very American thing, right? It's a very, very American thing. Which is fair enough, right? I mean, yeah, sure, but still. I mean, we know. Yeah, of course. It's not. There's nothing to do with protecting kids. You're right. Listen, where were we before? If it was about protecting kids, I think a couple more people would be in jail right now. Let's just say that, okay? Let's just like use a little bit of our noggin right here. Censoring is bad, exposure is. The thing about it is also, it's like, so my mom told me the story of when she was, I don't even know, like 6 or whatever. When she was 6, and then like said, you know, continued to say like whatever shit, right? Like, or something like that, right? And her mom didn't react, and she was just like, you know, and then at some point it's like, is this not bad? And she's like, yeah, I just don't want to talk to you if you use that language. It's just not nice, right? And that's it. And that's done, right? And it's, I don't know. Read something that swearing is only effective if it is a bit taboo. Sure, that's fine. And at the end of the day as well, it can be used as a modifier, right? That's fine, but I don't know. Parents just don't want to hear to have to teach their kids when it's okay or not. Oh, so it's once again just, I might be, listen, we've got a couple of people here. Might be maybe get in here. Is it just that some parents are just lazy again and they don't want to have to sit down their children and tell them why they shouldn't swear? Oh my god, man. Like, then don't have a fucking kid, man. What is this? Like, are you kidding me? It's a commitment, okay? Crazy. It sounds insane, right? But that's what happens. What do you mean? Jeez, like, so many parents want to have a kid, but they don't want to be a parent. That's what happens, okay? They just want to have a kid. Because for whatever reason, they think, oh, I'm going to have a kid. Boom. And they don't want to be a parent, though. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Cats are better than kids. It's fine. That's okay. That's okay. You can absolutely also say, I don't want to have kids, whatever. That's fine. My issue is just that the people who do have kids are then like, I didn't know what I was signing up for. Really? Really? That's crazy. Cats are more hands-off. Yeah, but at some point, once the kid is grown a little bit more, you can just say, clean your room, and listen. At some point, the room is gonna get cleaned. It's gonna take a long time, but it's never gonna work with a cat. It might work with a dog, but yeah, I don't know. People want to avoid responsibility. It's true. It's true. I don't know. It's just weird. Reproduction should be off in the human config file by default. I guess we're back. We're back at idiocracy, isn't it? It actually is a freaking it's a documentary. How do we get here, man? How do we get here? It doesn't make any sense. More and more people are choosing to not have kids. Yeah, but okay, listen. I don't know if this is like a black pill moment, but the issue is that most of the people who are choosing to not have kids are the insanely educated and the really smart people, because they're like, oh, this is going to be a very rough thing. And then the person who's just strolling through life really happy, he's like, oh, sex, let's go. And then they have sex 3 times and they have like 3 kids and they're like, happy-go-lucky, but also they're not really wise enough to teach them. So the people who have like a high wisdom stat are like, let's hold off on the kids because that's going to be a bad idea. And they should have the kids because they could probably teach the kids better. And it's just it's actually idiocracy. It actually literally is idiocracy. 1-to-1. Fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's the plot of idiocracy. Yeah, it is. It really is. It really is. Man, that's a rough one. That movie will forever be relevant. I don't know. And it's just also all like how do you solve it? I mean, you can't. Not really. I don't think it's possible. It stopped being funny because it's too real. Yeah. Completely off topic. Well, we are also off topic, to be fair. So, you know. Could you show at some point in the stream how do you get IntelliJ to make updates while in debug mode? Every time I make a code change, I have to restart. Yes, actually, I can. I shall show you that. We can do that. There is still smart religious people making kids. That's true. That's true. You're right. But number one, they are also far and few between. And given some of the state of the world, sadly, I feel like very many of them are very hypocritical. Which is, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to stray too much into politics, but I heard about like this one girl who waited for like her husband and then basically before like 6 months cheated with her boss on the husband. And I mean, I'm sorry, that's like crazy to me. That's like the shamelessness there is unbelievable. Like, it's just like actually insane. You're like, oh, I'm saving myself for marriage, and then you have a 6-month affair with your boss. Talk about hypocrite. That's out of the stratosphere, man. And those are always the ones that are most sanctimonious. You know what I mean? Like it's like they have to be. I don't know. Is this about Markiplier's wife? I don't even know if Markiplier has a wife. I didn't even know that he was married. No, not that I know of. I don't think so. I've only ever heard good things about Markiplier. There's not a single bad thing I've ever heard about Markiplier. And I pray to God every day that it's gonna stay that way. Because I don't know. I just. All right. Did I even? Okay. I didn't even run it in the right mode, so that's not gonna work. I just heard things. That's okay. That's fair enough. I wanted to say thank you for making the course on Java Introduction. I've learned a lot. Keep up doing the best work. Thank you. Thank you. Does Hightail have a way to see the mods that are incompatible? No. Currently don't have that yet. Because I think that, you know, mod packs are not yet in sort of the discussion area. So, we are inside of the game. Is there a way to turn off day and night cycle? I got you. You type in time pause. Boom. Well, okay, we're zoomed it, but if you type it in, boom. Time cycle paused. And then it's going to stay that time. That's how easy it is. See, this is what we do, okay? We answer the questions that are the most important. So I have this, I am now in debug mode. Now, it depends on what you change, right? So not every change is going to be able to be hot reloaded. So for example, though, if I were to go in the on damage event right here, and I say, instead of you got it, I say, this is pretty cool. So I change something within the handle method of an event. I then press Control F9, Boom, we're reloading that. Code has been reloaded. That's literally behind me, so you can't see it. And if I were to now damage an entity, instead of 2 times you got it, it's also going to say, this is pretty cool, as you can see. And just to tell you that this is actually the case, no, this does work. We can then also press the button at the top right corner over here, hot swap. Boom, reload it again. And if I were to do this again, you can see, no, this do work. So that definitely is the case. Here though, very importantly, it doesn't work for everything, right? So if you make it, let's say, for example, a new class or a new system, that does not work. If you have specific things that you want to adjust, specific values, specific things like that, that's absolutely going to work. And that's the thing where you can use the hot reload for that. Yeah, the hot swapping. Oh, for your biome, the time should... Oh, okay. I don't know about that. Wait, custom weather. You make a custom weather. Surely that's custom weather, no? Thank you for the awesome explanation. You're very welcome. I think you can make a custom weather right here. Look at this. So you get the stars in, a moon, right? And I guess you can like change the clouds, general. Surely there's something here. Sun color, sun glow, sun scale. Maybe, I don't know. Take a look at the custom weather. I think that could be the case. It does not work if the new field or arguments name... Yeah. I know a lot about the Java bytecode. I do not. But that's good to know, yeah. I'm having some issues with hot reload and breaking in certain situations. It definitely is the case that it will break in some situations. Or not work in some situations. Yeah, that's true. I'm in a planet that has 3 suns. I see. I replaced the moon with a sun, but it's still getting dark. I don't know. It's probably more built in. Light? There's no way, right? Light acid. That's not what it is. Weather. Weather config. Weather forecast? Okay, that's kind of funny. Weather system. I don't know. From YouTube to Twitch. Let's go. And that's a dark omens. That's literally what it's called as well. Bro, I look like I'm in like complete darkness. But why? That's a bit better. No. Full bright. I think like this is a bit better. It's still not 100%. I'm still not 100% happy with it, but it's fine. It's okay. I need to change everything, okay? Quebec weather girl. You're actually so true. I just restart the server every time I change stuff. Yeah, that's fair. I'm never sure if the hot reply. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's fair. But also Quebec weather girl when? Please, someone do that. Someone make that. What? For the weather forecast. Yes. That would be a very good idea. Okay. La-di-da, da-da. Okay. We should have this one. Look at this. Boom. So, cards. I know, might not be the thing that we wanted to look at, but I think we need to look at some cards, okay? There's so many cards, or so many incoming things. We just gotta add the cards, and then we just gotta push this stuff through. Now some things I will probably start to now be a little bit more, you know, cognizant of as like, we're gonna not do those things. Let's like actually just go through. How about that? How about we just go through? So, I'd like an override for any armor weapon to hide for unorthodox weapons. I just, so low priority. Right now, we're gonna do an X. Because I think that the issue is there's so many different things right here that we have to start sorting out things from the very beginning. So I just, yeah. The acid bug. Look at that, boom. There you go. Specifically for you. Put it into requested. Add a chord for day-night cycle. Being able to add planet and multiple suns. That's hard to... I'm gonna have to think about that. Ability to add multiple layers of textures. Have a base texture and just overlay other textures on the other sides. Current overlays only work for side textures. I have not fully understood the issue on this yet, actually. Hello, hello. Do you prefer chatting on YouTube or Twitch? I mean, to be fair, either is fine. Either is fine. I do switch between the different chats from time to time, so that's great. Time midday, please. Time pause. Resumed. Okay, there you go. Get me assets. So this was about multiple textures to a model. Okay, so if we go in and we look at a custom ore right here, we can do inside of the rendering, we can do different textures, but only one thing. And then what do they mean? Current overlay only works. Have a base texture for a block and just overlay other textures on the other sides. Current overlays only work for side texture. Oh yeah, sides. But doesn't up and down work? Up, down? Up, down? Thank you, Kaupenjoe, you saw my post. Which one is it? I don't even... It very well be the case. Kaupenjoe. Nutshell, how hard would it be to add temperature? Oh, on Twitter. That's very past. Yes, I have added the tweets to my like a Hightail suggestion bookmarks as well. So I am actively looking at that stuff, but it's just, you know, it's there's a lot of incoming also on Discord, so it makes sense. Is making hitboxes for blocks better to make on the Trello board? Making hitboxes for blocks better. That's not specific enough. Not specific enough. Depends on what that means. Okay, so can anyone enlighten me what the multiple layers of textures would enable over here? Because I'm not 100% sure if I understand what they're asking for right now. Which makes me just want to do an X on it. Because I just kind of feel like it doesn't... I don't know. Although it is somewhat related to the next one, which is I wish the technical capability for making translucent textures for custom blocks. It's like somewhat, right? Example, let's say there is a crate and there needs to be an icon on crate. Right. Generate textures programmatically. Are you sure about that? I'm not sure about that. But like, the tool crate has this. How does it have it though? Wait a second. How does it change its texture? Interactions, primary. Yeah, and then you add right. How does it... Oh, full icon. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. Understate. Nope. it's using the use, capture, create interaction and then setting the full icon over here to a different icon, which is super weird. Day 70 of recording Kaupenjoe's entire stream. Build an open claw agent that thinks is Kaupenjoe. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want to. Listen, I have gone through the game theory on this 1,000 times, okay? If you actually get an AI agent thinking exactly like me, it's going to start thinking I'm not the real guy, so something is off over here. So I want to refer to the real guy. It's going to be very weird. It's going to be very weird. But also don't do that. Right now I'm up at episode 30 on your 2026 Java introduction. I'm loving the course. Awesome. Maybe it's something like an empty sign texture. I think we'll defer this one. Because, like, it's not... I mean, theoretically, the only thing that you would want to do is you want to make it so that instead of one texture here, each of the different... But you can add a different... Oh, that's just like... Okay, that just makes weights. So instead of one PNG, you just choose multiple. And they get stacked on top of each other. And then you can change them, change their opacity as well. Wait. Does the shirts that use icons do it? Shirts. I don't know. Can you make a video on how multi-block textures and models like crafting tables? Oh, I have no idea about modeling or texturing. Okay, I'm the wrong guy to ask that, sadly. Okay. We've done this. Then we got Soren out here, who has many different things they want to see. I would like to see stat modifiers have an option to target the value. Now, this is a big thing that has already been added to the suggestions branch over here from Hightail Modding as well. That's fine, I guess. I am pretty sure, at least. Allow adding extra data to existing assets. Isn't that a thing already? Currently, it's rather difficult to include extra data in relations to an existing asset. For example, let's say I want to leveling system where I gain experience when I craft something. I would need to make a separate asset, call it crafting experience, and map it to the crafting recipe in some way. Interesting. There are a lot of ones in here already, which we can take a look at, but custom hotbar is just like not really a big one in my opinion. Or we can just say we ignore duplicates and just like add them. I want to add context. The value is dynamic. After completing the course, what am I supposed to start modding? Depends on what you want to do. I mean, if you want to do Hightail, I mean, you can jump into the plugin ones, so the plugin stuff right here. It's a bit more complicated, so unsure if this is really. I mean, I don't know. The packs are a bit easier, but don't use Java basically. It's just really good that you are getting into Java at all. The plugin stuff is going to be difficult. I can actually give you, let me do this. What are the PNGs used in Hightail? 32 by 32, but they also can get bigger. Let me link you the following. Highly recommended for you, Ray Kitsune, is this one right here, which is the Trouble Dev. They have a bunch of very in-depth tutorials on how the plugin works, how the ECS works. Highly recommend it after you're done with it to watch those videos as well. Those are really, really solid. Those are like amazing. Oh, what? Lynn is making a tutorial on custom texture, multi-block texturing and modeling. That's pretty good. This would be my first ever video. I just know a lot about Blockbench, so I'm making a tutorial about it. They're very good, very good. That's what we want to see. Okay, that's exactly what we want to see. Mongo DB. I don't really think this is a big one, in my opinion. Damage resistance, entity stats. Is there anything that's like a huge one? This one's a lot of people. It would be great to have a system to let mods send custom images dynamically to the client, maybe using a canvas. I think this is a huge one. I think this is the one that's like, I think there's this is a big one in my opinion. Way to reload assets specifically. I think we should add both over here. Also, there is a tagging system in Hightail. That is correct. Say I want to tag some player as Ice Spirit and some as Fire Spirits. Fire Spirits don't use Fire Essence. Yes. That is correct. If I want to add a special attack on an NPC, if I have to add that to the weapon made for... Oh, that's a really good question. I'm not even sure. So may I complete your course, then go straight forward to Trouble Dev's channel? Yeah, I think so. I think that's what you should do. Yeah. I think you finish the Java introduction, and then you go to Trouble Devs, and then you go through those videos. And I think then you're going to be equipped with quite a bit of knowledge. And then it's about you jump into the code and you just try stuff out. Because that's then the final best way to learn this stuff. There's going to be moments when it's going to be frustrating and things are not going to work and you're going to have to work through this. But I think eventually then you would get the best. I want to add a canvas graphic custom image component system for a Hypertail. Planning to send custom assets, asset packets to make it work. Right. But it doesn't work right now, right? So it's not a thing that's really there, right? We would want to make it so that you can like just send a canvas and or something, right? Like that's the, because like one of the issues is that the client doesn't have a way to deal with that packet, right? Failing equals success. Yeah, just like one of my shorts where I said that. What tells a weapon how much damage it should do? Question. Let's see. Oh, that's a block. Per player and UI canvas with an interface. A per player UI canvas. Let's see. It would be great to have a system that lets you mod. I mean, you can generate the image dynamically. Use source of the weapon. Okay, it has damage value. Okay. Maybe using the canvas where you can modify pixels on the fly. There's one packet that reloads everything from common. Okay, I think the first thing here is this is a asset reload packet. Oh my gosh, we're not getting anything over here because I didn't have my bots on. Streamer bot was not on. Soren, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Listen, I have not been ignoring your requests, the multiple requests that you have on purpose. They're just there's just a lot of things to work through. So don't think I'm not aware of them. I am aware of them. Asset reload package. Okay. Individual asset reload packet. This should be super easy to do, right? Like, am I crazy? Have I, like, that's just like, do you like games like D&D? You're asking the forever DM if he likes D&D. Please, okay? I was playing D&D before you were born. I'm kidding, by the way, but, you know. Yes, I do. Actual. Actual. Right now, there is only one packet. It's really nice, though. Can I pay you some, so you DM me the code once you have it working? What do you mean? Like, I'm not, Fox, you might misunderstand what I'm doing over here. When I'm saying that I want to add the individual asset reload packet as an idea, this is going to get forwarded to the Hypixel team so they implement it into the freaking game, okay? I don't know if you know who I'm talking to. I am the official Hightail modding ambassador, okay? Please. It is what it is. Just wanted to ask if there was a path for requests that will eventually become blockers due to no alternative. If there was a path for requests that will eventually become blockers. As in... Okay, so basically, you mean like there's certain things that are going to block you completely from continuing your modding development. So basically the requests just have to be like pushed harder, I guess. I mean, right now, I think we're just going to add all of the requests and then hopefully the team's going to implement them, you know, going forward. That's like all we can do. I really think one thing that listen, I forgot about this as well. I just want to tell you this. Because the first 3 weeks of Hightail modding were freaking crazy, okay? It was insane. Everything was so smooth. Everything was really cool. We did forget about this one over here, right? Where, Slikey literally in the Hightail modding strategy status said, guys, we're like, super far behind. There's like super many limitations. There's client behavior that's not yet exposed. There's rough and inconsistency. And yes, we're working on this, but it's like, you know, basically they say it's like, it's not good enough yet, but it's like, it's, yeah, it's a little bit. I think we might want, I think right now, and I'm by the way, I'm on your side, right? I'm on the side of the modding community that wants to mod things. I think right now we do kind of want too much for the state that we're in, if that makes sense. We still don't have the documentation because that just takes a long time because there's like legal things that have to be, you know, done on their side. Because obviously they do want to release the server code in not open source, but like readable, right, with documentation. But they have to have obviously solid licensing for that. That's not easy. They can't just be like, oh, let's just use MIT license. In a perfect world, yes, but that's not, obviously that can't work, right? So I don't know. None of them have been sent to the Hightail team directly yet. That is not correct. Might Mage. The Hightail, obviously the Hightail team is very much aware of the Trello board, and they are looking at them. And this is why the accepted ones are in the accepted ones, because they've already told me that they are working on those. So yeah. Okay. It would be cool if we have a forum where people can post their solutions and have semantic search engine. Yeah, so one of the things, I will say this. I really do like the, the approach over here on the discussion board, as this is a little bit cleaner, isn't it? Like IMO. Now, I don't know if I also want to do that as well. But I do kind of agree with you. There's like, I don't know. The Discord server definitely isn't the best thing. And then also, depending on how it goes with their whole age verification system, it's even worse. So it might be a good idea to rip the band-aid off and also make a custom suggestion board with a discussion board over here. Just because it does make it maybe a little bit easier. I don't know. Thoughts? Pacific Bite? Because, like, I don't know. But I don't know. It's just it's hard to... I mean, it's not like a high demand, high priority, but like, it's just so easy that I don't know. It's not the worst idea, but less technical people will probably struggle to use GitHub more. And that's the point, okay? Now, you might say, that's a little bit... I don't know about that, Kaupenjoe. The point is as follows. I think that that's actually exactly what we want. Hey!
Welcome to the King's Court.
Hoodwinkies, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you. I actually think that that's what we want. My reasoning is as follows. The more precise someone can be in describing... I understand, but the issue is, the more precise someone can be in describing what they need, the better the card is going to end up. And I don't want to pick one out, but if someone says, I want flying mobs in the game, flying writable mobs in the game, that's really nice. That's not a card I can make, right? So there's definitely pros and cons. I understand that, right? And I can see how you might, you can say that might be a little bit elitist. I don't think that you're going to run into a perfect system one way or another, right? That's just not going to happen. There's only one packet. Yeah. Being able to reload just once for just one specific mode or targeting a specific path / asset would be a huge upgrade for custom UIs. Nah, the thing about it is that there might be UIs will be changed in the future anyway, but I don't know. To be frank, you gotta prioritize the important stuff for long-term use. That's the thing, right? So when I see something like individual asset reload packet, I'm like, that should be super easy to implement. Theoretically, I don't know exactly, but it should be easy to implement. And, I don't know. I just feel like this is a smart choice. What is this? What is this? What is this, this slander? Ray Kitsune, thank you for the membership. Why is there no thing? Why no action history? Doesn't exist. Well, that's not okay. Where is this? Normal member. Enabled. Okay. YouTube membership. Milestone? This is weird. We will investigate this right now. This doesn't make any sense. YouTube membership. Membership milestone.
Welcome to the King's Court.
That ain't it. That is not it. I mean, it is. It should be, but I don't know why. Add trigger. Why does that not work? Add trigger. YouTube. YouTube. Membership. Membership. Gift membership received. Wait, there's no normal trigger or membership? How did I know about it before? It worked. It worked before. Oh god, man. What does membership milestone even mean? Well, so much for that, I guess. I got nothing. It's all enabled. I think there's a moment when I need to rework everything again. But don't worry, it's coming. It's coming soon, okay? It's coming more soon than you might think. I only want a packet that sends one texture to the client and replace it client-side dynamically when the UI is open. Add that to the individual would allow for dynamic. I only want to... Well, wouldn't that literally be part of the like individual asset reload to be like, hey, I want to change like one packet or one particular thing? Allow for dynamic images for displaying server performance to always update. Let's see. That sends one texture to the client and replace it client-side dynamically. Right. Right, so this should allow the sending of one texture to the client and replace it client-side dynamically when an UI is open. There you go. That's good. I don't think it's the worst idea. It's not rocket science to use GitHub. That's true. Listen, I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I do agree. Ivan, hello, hello. How goes it? It goes. A little bit. This is client, and I feel like that's it. It's maybe a little bit UI, but I don't know about that. I typed would change open to opened. Where am I? What have I done? Nothing. Okay. Is open. Okay. Thank you so much for introducing me to modding. Well, you're very welcome. That's awesome. Listen, modding can be very, very fun. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you that. Okay. These be vague. That's pretty good. Current map system. They have custom packets for the map menu, and they made it only client side. With this, it would allow us to do something similar without client modding. Ah. Additional note. So basically, we can say like, it would allow us to do a similar system like the map without client modding. I think that's a good additional note here. Right. Boom. Next up. Oh man. Inverse kinematics. Okay, does this work now or does it not? I'm gonna freak out. Why did the memberships not work? This is so stupid. Ah! Let me think about this. ETS, camera scene, chat scene, text. What does this say? ERB. No, that's not true. Notification. ETS. I got nothing. Okay, I got nothing. I don't know. I don't know why my shit ain't working. Enable all triggers. Normal membership. This is actually annoying me right now. Gift received. Membership gift. Gift received. Doesn't make any sense. It's not a gift though. It's not a membership gift. You know what I think it is? I think it's different. I think it works via stream elements. I think that's where I had it working. Let me double check here. Overlays. Super chat. Modding by Kaupenjoe overlay. Yeah, and I don't think I'm using that anymore. I think. Let me see. Alert box. Settings. Membership alerts. Yep. That sounds about right. Let's see. Isn't that in the notifications? Oh, did I disable it in the notifications? I don't think I did. Oh, you literally see a black screen right now, right? Wait, can you even hear me still? Yes, you can. Okay, you're good. Wait a second. Give me a sec. Ah! Ah! Okay, studio mode. There you go. That's gonna be... Okay. Okay, just a second. Just a second. Program. Okay, we're good. We're good. This is the YouTube one. Yeah, that is it. Okay. Interesting. Well. Okay, let's do the following. Member alert. Let's do a test. Can I do a test? Yes. Membership. Member event. 1. No sound though. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Desolation for 1 soul. Thank you for the membership. I'm so sorry. Read chat. Yeah. Go back a few seconds. Look at the top right corner. So there is something in the top right corner. It's just super small and it doesn't... And there's no sound. Okay. That's, I guess, a good first step. Add variation. ETS? Upload sound. Submixed. Should also play a... Oh, wait a second. Yeah, but it's not because I have it muted there, right? Am I crazy? Oh, wait. Is it because of this? No, it's not. There's no shot. Emulate this again.
Welcome to the King's Court.
Cut. Cut. The notification sound was turned off. At least we figured it out, okay? Guys, we figured it out. So now, at the very least, when there's another membership coming in, then it's fine. Oh man, that's so stupid. I'm sorry, guys. That's a professional streamer right here. Can you make something display on top dynamically? Let's say I have a storage item that stores 1 item and I want to make it display on top like a pedestal. You would have to make it a custom block type of cube with model and then exchange the model right here, which I don't think you can for individual ones, right? Am I crazy? You know, maybe Haro is in the chat. Like, I can't go in and have change my... Well, I mean, I theoretically could if I change the state, but that's still hard-coded depending on what it is. So you'd probably have to make a custom sort of block entity component type thing, which is weird. Yeah. I don't know about that. So I don't think you could. I don't think a pedestal right now is easily done. You'd have to make the pedestal spawn an item entity that cannot be picked up or despawn. True. That's correct. I guess that would work. I don't even know how to approach that currently. So my best answer is, I don't know. Maybe. Okay, inverse kinematics with constraints. That seems a little bit like right now to make complex animations, it is very tedious. Okay, listen. There's another thing about animations, which we might want to look at. I think someone talked about it. Yeah, so like interpolation, there's like animator component for animation speed. That's, I think, already on the docket, but we can still add it, I guess. Arithmetic keyframe support. This is what I was looking at. So that's a big one, right? This is like where you can add like math and stuff like that. That's currently not allowed. Is this accurate? Can anyone confirm or deny? Lynn, are you still there? Arithmetic keyframe support is not a thing that exists in for Hightail models right now, right? Maybe a bit of an unrelated question. That's totally fine. I've only spent the last few months on Forge, and I have a long-term project in mind. I want to ask whether I should spend time on. Okay, so it depends on what the Minecraft version is. If you're working with 1.21 or above, I highly recommend either going for Fabric or NeoForge. If you're working with 120 and below, then it's either is fine, I guess. Arithmetic keyframe support. This is specifically for Blockbench. Blockbench. I don't think it does. The arithmetic support definitely would be extremely cool since it will allow for smooth animations. Yep. That's what I was thinking. Additionally, if we look at this stuff, I guess it doesn't matter what it is. So this is a, animation, add animation test. Literally the only things we can do is we can just like, oh, there are different. Does this work? Those don't work, do they? No, they should. They do. Seems like they work. Smooth. That is definitely smooth. That's an animation. I know that that's not the case. They don't work in game. No, like the math stuff. I know that doesn't. That's a different thing, but still. Wait, you can do it in here, but it doesn't work? I quite like Blockbench, but I haven't used it that much. Yeah, fair. Oh no, Kaupenjoe's modeling again. Don't even at me, bro. Don't even at me. U.time. Timestamp? Oh, times T. Anim time. Ah. Time of day. Trade tier. Isn't that weird? Has biome tag. I feel like these aren't. What are those? Illager captain. Yeah, that's from Minecraft. That does not work. Oh yeah, there you go. That does work. Zip, zip. Look at that. Zip, 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 zip. That's pretty cool. But then, as we've said, if we were to export this, it doesn't do anything. Blocky anim. Where was this even big output right now? They reload, save. That was me. Oh, I don't even know if you heard that. Animation test blocky anim. VS Code. Yep. Doesn't even appear in here, I think. And linear. Wait. I specifically made it smooth, though. Okay. Yes, Lynn. We did summon you. 3 questions. Number 1. Right now, arithmetic keyframes are not supported in blocky anims. Yes or no? Yes. Hightail doesn't read smoothing types yet. Okay. Also good. Very good. Okay. And this is also the case. Okay. So basically things like actual, blockbench, blocky anims do not use. This is a should have. It's hard one. It's hard one. Blocky anims do not use or cannot use. No, sorry. Blocky anims use linear keyframes for all animations. It should be high. I think you're right. I think you're right. Blocky anims use only linear keyframes for animations. Blocky anims should also what would you say? They should also evaluate arithmetic keyframes. I mean, I guess that's like, you know, keyframes. And then you do lurking for now, goodbye. All right, take care. I love how why does the scale, by the way, only scale one single thing right here? I managed to rewind the stream again. Mind mage this, but I thought last time it was your daughter. Well, okay. That's fine, I guess. Math.sign query.nm time times 200. And then obviously we need to do like times 90 to. Ooh, look at that! It wiggles. It wiggles. I don't know what arithmetic keyframes are. Oh, this thing right here. So if I do maths sign and then query anim time, that's an arithmetic keyframe, so that I can use some math stuff with it. They don't support it, if I understand it. There was no child walking on my laptop this time. Oh, walking on? Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Am I just gonna add this as a thing? Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add this as a thing. I'll go on Twitch to follow you. Thank you. I am, by the way, also, this is true for the ones that don't know. I am streaming both on Twitch and YouTube. If you prefer one or the other, that's totally fine. Twitch.tv/Kaupenjoe, and the other one is YouTube.com. YouTube modding by Kaupenjoe on YouTube. I also just noticed that there was no more sound. So we're now gonna play Whole Moon. I like it. Okay. That means this one right here, and then this is gonna be reference. Uploading file. Go for it, my friend. There we go. Arithmetic keyframes like math.sign, query, anim time times x times y for smooth for arithmetic animations. How that works, I have no idea. Remove cover. Next, the other one is also Blockbench, and that is the smoothing. They probably have it on their docket, but it's fine. More interpolation types for animations. Blockbench, actual. All interpolation types are set to linear inside of blocky anim files. The game should also evaluate non-linear interpolations. There you go. They are aware of the smoothing problems. It happens to drop items. Ah, okay. Well, it's fine. We're gonna just add it. It's okay. I mean, that's, you know. I mean, I'm gonna be real. This is like a must-have. I'm sorry. There's zero ways that you can, that has to be the case. You have to add this stuff. Like, yeah, there's a lot of has to add, but I don't know. Oh, sorry. 4 mods for 120. Port those to 1.21.11. That's a crazy thing to do. Seems I've made a wrong decision. It's not bad, but what I would urge you to look at is for 1.21.11 to look into NeoForge. This is definitely still my personal opinion, although it is somewhat bared out by the number of people now switching to NeoForge. I think for anything 121 and above, you're gonna be better. You're gonna have a bigger audience on NeoForge. Luckily, I think that 121, well, it's not 100% easy, but it's doable to port it. I guess better now than never, I guess, Custom keyframe variables. Minecraft Bedrock's animation rendering allows add-on creators to define custom in-game variables based on any number of different input stats values. Animators can then plug those variables into arithmetic keyframes to dynamically alter animations in-game. What? Is this true? That's crazy. I didn't know that was a thing. Is it an example of how I personally use the custom keyframe system? Okay, when the player holds forward, the wings flap. Oh, wow. What's important to note here is that it's not separate from dynamic swap between. Rather, the variables set in the animator's keyframe are dynamically updating the rotation and position of each of the bones of the models. I agree with you. I agree. I absolutely. I'm 100% on board with you. Like, that's a really cool thing, and it would just make it so much cooler. Custom keyframe variables, labels, Blockbench. I love how we're like, it's like more and more Blockbench stuff. Reference. Message ID. No, that's not what I want. I want like the thing. I guess I could download it. I guess that works too. How much is it? 354 megabytes. Okay, maybe the okay, maybe a bit too much. Maybe a bit too much. That's okay. That's not gonna work. Okay. Okay. Well, then I don't know. Then we'll just be fine. If that is getting accepted, I'm happy. Copy the link third last. Copy link. You are correct. However, it does then auto-download it instead of showing it in the browser. Yeah, it does auto-download it, sadly. Maybe if I do this, it's gonna... It's fine. Oh wait, can I do that maybe? Does this work? No, then the content is not... It's fine. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Let's see. We're gonna add this as like a huge thing on the reference right now. It added hypers. That's really... Okay, hypers. You have to go, sadly. Sorry, my man. It had... Oh, that's really funny. Okay, actual... I think there's no... Like, right now... in blocky anims, no keyframe variables are used at all. I'm pretty sure, right? Am I crazy? I feel like that's like, you know, they don't work at all. And then here, so right, so have a... Oh, this is interesting. This is actually like a... This is a different... This is also asset editor. Okay, the following. Make... Oh, wow, this is hard. Asset pack / plugins. Able to define fully custom keyframe variables. Which the animator can then use in animations. Okay. So, reference. Minecraft block-based animation rendering allows add-on creators to define custom in-game variables based on any number of different inputs, stats, values, etc. Animators can then plug those variables into arithmetic keyframes, which is a funny thing because we want to do exactly the same thing, to dynamically alter the in-game animation. The clip dynamic keyframes. Can I add a... Arithmetic keyframes. Look at that. Boom. And then we add this as a link. Oh, this is what I love. That music. It's really good, right? It's called Lost Brethrens. From the second volume of the Hightail official soundtrack. It's really good. Okay, to dynamically alter the clip. Okay, this is the fine. Shows an example of how I personally been using this. What's important to know? Okay, let's do this. What's important to note here is there's not entirely separate animation from being dynamically swapped between. Rather, the variables set in the animator's keyframe are dynamically updating the rotation and position of each bone of the... Okay, this is going to be in additional notes. This makes the animation incredibly seamless. Okay, let's see. This makes the animation seamless and allows animators to create far more reactive and immersive animations. These capabilities make a world of difference when it comes to creating animations. So much that Java edition... Okay, I'm gonna be real. This is a banger one right here. Now, must it have it? I don't think so. Should it have it? Yes. How is the demand? I mean, I don't know. But like for animators, this is just like a dream come true, right? So yes, I'm gonna put it at high again. I know, I'm putting almost everything at high. Yeah, they really did an awesome job. I 100% agree. Jeremy's sole inspiration is there. Yes. Yes. I recently, it's actually been a while. I played I have a different channel. I have too many channels, but it's fine. Where I play like where I have played. I'm not really making videos on that anymore. But I did the like gaming retros, right? So I played the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2 and 1, right? Those also were actually made by like the music there also made by Jeremy Soule, and I was like, that's why I damn well love the freaking music in those games, Because holy schmoly is it good. But yeah, that's like next level music. But generally speaking, just the entire sort of Hightail OST. It's so like it does remind you of a lot of other OSTs, but it works as its own, if that makes sense. Like it I don't know, it rhymes, if that makes sense, right? It rhymes. Give us all the tools. Listen, I think that's a great idea. I want to give you all of the tools, okay? Lynn, that's what I want to do. I'm trying this. Okay, boom. We got this. Boom. Nice. Next, we go up again to the other stuff. Oh, yes. Okay. There's no way for interactive HUDs. Let's just go for that. Hallo? Hallo? Was da denn los? Hallo? Are we still doing Minecraft modding? Minecraft modding will return when 26.1 is out. Then we are going to do some Minecraft modding again. We're going through the modding wishlist and adding new cards. Because I think that's it's an important thing. Interactive HUDs. This would be client. Oh, look at that. The nice thing is, this we can just take. And we can just add. Reference. Boop. Okay, we're just gonna upload it, I guess. Copy image. Paste image. Ah, beautiful. You just love to see it. Okay, actual. When making a custom HUD, there is no way to interact with certain elements. Yeah. Make it possible to add interactive HUD elements to expand slash what would the other thing be? Shrink? No, what's the other one? Collapse. Collapse certain parts of HUDs. I'm gonna be honest, I like the old naming method for Minecraft versions. I don't really mind it. Do you use AI regularly or never? Regularly. I would say semi-regularly. It depends on what I'm using it for. I very rarely use it for coding. I have like an AI for like strategy stuff. Hey, is this title and thumbnail idea good? Stuff like that. Just to get like a third opinion. Now, for modding, I've never really used it. I wanted to make a video on Minecraft modding with AIs. I feel like I still might want to do that at some point, but like because I have the video is almost like fully done as well, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, I don't know. But generally speaking, it's not really the best for modding. Generally speaking. Anyone know how to increase the text size in the asset editor? Funny that you asked that. We actually tried that on Saturday, and sadly you can't. So there's only two things that you can do. If you have a monitor that's 4K or 1440p, then you can change the DPI settings in like within the launcher. So that means that you want to go to your the properties. You want to go to compatibility, change high DPI settings, and change them to system enhanced. And then it's going to be zoomed in a little bit. And if that's not the case, if you actually just want to like zoom in and have this bigger, that right now doesn't work. Just use the magnifying tool. True, actually so true. My goat, did they accept the custom keybinds yet? No, they're rewriting the entire input system, so there's no... I don't know how long that's gonna take. It's just gonna be a while. We gotta remember, okay, I wanna basically with the custom keybinds, I want to give them a huge benefit of the doubt over here when it comes to anything custom keybinds. And my reasoning is as follows. It is just the case that at some point, the custom keybinds have to work with controllers in mind. They have to work with likely both asset editor and also the system, like you know, a custom plugin system. They have to fit into the ECS system in some capacity. They have to be both data-driven and API-driven. It's a lot of things to consider here. So that's not an easy thing to add. How can I support your content? Listen, I mean, it depends on what the you know, on what the support is. I mean, you know, like and sharing, subscribing, absolutely useful. If you know, can spare a buck or two, then obviously a membership is absolutely appreciated, but never required. Like absolutely, you know, anything is fine. Or if you're looking for, let's say, for example, Minecraft modding, I do have a Minecraft modding course. So if you want to learn something like that, and also want to basically, you know, like you can support the channel and also learn something while that's happening. So for example, over here, this would be courses.kaupenjoe.net. Over here where I have my courses. Right now, there's no Hightail courses. I don't know when, you know, planned. I don't know yet. But yeah, those are also for sale over here. I think they're also linked on YouTube in the description below. And that's probably the best way to support the channel and also get a huge benefit, which is like over like 15 hours. I think each of the courses is like 15 hours long. I think it only says 12 over here, but it's like, oh, 20 hours. oh, Kaupenjoe, why are you underselling yourself? It's actually 20 hours of content. Yeah, so it's like, there's a lot of different things over here. Like if we go through, you know, all sorts of different things. Once again, if this is interesting to you, if not, that's also totally fine. But yeah, I think buying the courses is probably the best way to support the channel. But yeah. Let's see. Does that work for the game too? Like, make the UI any bigger? Yeah, you just have to go into the... no, so it does not. This is already the DPI that's changed. But I think what you could do is you could go to app data. And I think if we were to go into Hightail, I think we could go into the client right here. And theoretically, you could change the UIs over here in the interface. And you could change the sizes in here. So if I open the common UI, you can see how the how theoretically you could just change the spacing and things like that. Not necessarily recommended, but theoretically you could change the font size of all of them if you wanted to. It's kind of stupid, but it would work theoretically. Yeah. A hack that came to mind: if the game can tell you which input/key was given, and someone not mod X based on said key. I don't know what you mean, like something X. So I mean, yes, but like I don't. Yeah, but because number one, because every mod is controlled by the server, so the server owner adds mods. As soon as there's a mod that adds a hack, they would remove the mod, right? So it's still on the server owner to not do that. Like, it doesn't matter if you have that mod installed, it's not going to work on a server, right? Because all of the mods are only server side. So even if that is a thing, which I'm not even 100% sure it would be, but yeah. IMO, this is not the biggest importance. Like, this is my opinion in this instance. I meant as in a turnaround. Client-sided mods don't exist. I mean, I guess so, but like, I just don't. I don't think that that's like necessarily like that big of a hack. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's that bad. I would say, but I don't know. I don't know. I would say that though. Not technically a hack. Exactly. Okay, let's see. So this one right here, boom, written. This I've already done. Way to load transmit client assets during runtime. User makes something UI created based on the user input, allowing for greater customization and fun. So this is a question for the technical people. A way to load or transmit to clients assets during runtime. Individual asset reload packet. With this, it will the same thing, no? How do hacks and Hightail work then? Because one of the servers I was playing on, people had kill aura. No freaking idea. I have no idea how they were able to do that. They must be able to. I don't know. They probably hijacked this. That it's in some way. That's also true. They might have decompiled the client and then did whatever. This is a single asset reload packet. Yes. Awesome. Well, there you go. Boom. Those are the messages that I like, where I can just add a check mark. We're done. Injection into the C++ client. It's C#, but yes. Same difference. Because you can use the pluses to make a sharp, so it's almost the same. Currently, there's no conventional way to have something be random with weapons. For example, I tried creating a staff to... A random interaction for items would be quite useful. Okay, that's fair. I think that's an interesting one. As well as for potential future for having chances applied to defugs. Okay. Okay, a random interaction. Ability to wait interactions on a weapon items. I mean, that's all right. It's okay. I think we could. There should be like more randomized stuff anyway. Actual. I guess that's just like... Currently there's no way to... I was trying to give a workaround for making keybinds possible. I could not have came more wrong if I tried. You're good. You're all good. I got what he's saying, like make staffs shoot a random elemental projectile every time. Yeah, no, I understand. So basically, we want to have the ability, a random interaction. Have a random interaction with the ability to weigh interactions on items and staff. Items through this random interaction. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Yeah, there you go, right? Have a random interaction with ability to weigh interactions to come next. Currently, there's no conventional way to do something random with weapons. I get it. I'm gonna go low and could have. I'm not gonna put this into like a huge one right here. IMO. Maybe a basic question, but do Hightail servers run on a 20 tick? I believe it is a 30 ticks if I recall correctly. But I have to double check my let me double check my interview with Slikey, the tech director, because I asked that question in here. Oh, someone did that. Yeah, there you go. Why no client support? Why is this 2, 3? I'm confused. Okay, how about we go to Twitter instead? Yes. Wait a second. Twitter. Profil. There it is. Hightail server operates on a dynamic tick system. Every ticking system operates on delta time, but the interval has configurable tick rate 30 TPS default. When the CPU is overrun, the TPS drops, but the simulation speed is maintained through delta time increases. There you go. The more you know. Is the Trello board read-only? Yep, that is correct. Because if it wasn't, then we would get a lot of different things that I don't think would make a lot of sense. This is the randomized interaction. All right, boom, boom. The ability to call interactions through the farming system, it's tick rate based growth, rather than requiring the player or entity input. Useful for things such as eggs for chickens, spiders, frogs, fish, and other sorts of creatures that should be able to grow and hatch on their own. Okay. So a new interaction trigger via the farming system. Okay. New interaction trigger via farming system. Could have low. I'm gonna call this quality of life. I wanted to know if it's reachable to me. I'd like to read the task. Yeah, you can definitely. Yeah, no. Here, there you go. Let me give it to you. Boom. There you go. You can definitely take a look at it. Do we know if they plan on adding multiple presets to the avatar? Pretty sure that is added in the next... I think that's already added in the pre-release. Let me double check. If not, then it's gonna come in very, very soon. Let me just switch to the pre-release right here. Pre-release? That is not the newest pre-release. Check for updates. Of course. It's just downloading. Just give it a second. Someone in chat is probably already going to be like, yeah, they already added this. It's fine. I will show you regardless. How's it going? Straightforward. Now, overall, pretty good. We're knocking out some of the things over here. Some of the wishlist items. Because at some point it's needed, and I'm gonna be real. This is kind of what is, you know, it's just needed. The ability to call interactions via the farming system and its tick rate based on growth rather than requiring the entity input. I think that's fine. Actual, I have a hard time describing what the actual is. I guess the interactions... Oh, okay. Back. Interactions must like require player/entity input to trigger. Hey, new here, but heard a lot about you since Hightail release in January. I have a small question, if it's okay with you. Absolutely. Do you know how the copy-paste tool works and where to find the function? It would be amazing if you could point me to where they are. I have the better suited me placing blocks set block in the world fair, I believe. New to Hightail modding, but I did make a mod that works well and it needs that. All right.
Welcome to the King's Court.
Dteron, thank you for the tier 1 as well. Thank you. Let's see out here. Okay. Let's see, Zoe. First of all, let's start this. Oh boy, is this gonna be an issue right now? I don't know. Okay, first things first. My avatar, boom, look at this. Add Why do you have 5 presets? I mean, okay. Fair enough. But why wouldn't you add multiple? That's kind of, okay, whatever. Basically, there they are. So they have different presets. Okay, so that's a thing in the pre-release, and I think that's coming in the next thing as well. Good luck with that. Actually, the third and last suggestion I have in there might be a bug, very likely. Can you hear the music swelling up as you're mentioning a bug? Yeah, let's move out for that. The Day Village. Oh, this is my favorite new song. This is so good. Okay. We'll take a look at this, the placing copy paste one in a second. Let's see. Building tool. Oh, look, this is this. Dum 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 dum. 10 out of 10 best edit. Copy paste. Building tool. Building. Building. Building brush. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to... Okay, we're good. That's fine. That's what I want to look at. Okay, what did I want to look at? Do you know how the copy paste tools work? So isn't there, what is it? Or is it something called something different? Tools. Isn't it a tool? Tool. La da 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 da. Creative Hub? Nope. Builder tools. There they are. I knew that. I knew they were called something like that. So, Builder tools. This is the built-in plugin that you're looking for. Tool operations. Now, how easy it is to use those, that's a whole other issue. But you just asked for me to tell you where they are. So, ooh. Oh, paste tool util. This might be a big one right here. Look at this. That might be a big one. Switch to paste tool. Okay, or maybe not. I really thought that... Okay. I thought that that would actually paste things, but it doesn't. It just apparently switches to the paste tool. Great. Sorry, what did you mean by interactable AIs? It's already possible to make them interactable. I am not asking for anything particular. The person that asked for it in the in here just said that if you have this, right, they want to be able to click this right here and expand the teams and like have it collapsed. Is that already possible? I was unaware that it is, if it is the case. Transform. Look at this. Copy command. Oh, this probably calls the copy command. Copy command, or yeah, copy selection. Look at that. Add queue. Clipboard. Yep. So I believe Mirage Zoe, I believe that it works via the copy and the paste commands themselves, which theoretically you could, I guess, all like this. Copy command dot copy selection. If you have a, I don't know, maybe. Oh, I think so at least. Although I'm not sure. I don't know if this is gonna be helpful or not. But maybe it's gonna get you, you know, maybe like a little bit closer to what you're looking for. Yeah, interesting. I would like the cursor to not be invisible. How would you click around? You just press, you open the inventory. As you open the chat window. It could be HUD, but then you press a key, it makes a page to show the cursor. Well, I would just think that you just open it. And at that point, you just make a UI, no? Maybe. It's interesting. I need these because I love the preview of the paste tool. Okay, so when it comes to the preview stuff, that's more complicated because that's all done via a that's likely all done by sending a packet, right? And I'm not 100% sure, so you can see like packet right here. Wait a second. This would be the paste command builder tools plugin. I think this guy is sending this, the operation codec brush operation. I have a feeling that this is like somewhere in here. There's like a builder tool packet that's like sending stuff. Because obviously what has to happen is that the client has to be told, hey, these are the things that you just selected. Or it might be worse. It might be entirely client side. And then, please excuse my French, but then you're kind of shit out of luck. Because if it's all client side, the highlighting, then you can't really do it. Now, I don't think so, but maybe. Let me put my technical hat on. Is it possible to hook into Y key input before the game handles it and override that input so that it either gets cancelled or remapped on trigger forward A? Good, I'm French. Ah. J'ai une plus grande baguette dans ma pantalon. These are like examples. No. I don't think that you can hook into it because I don't know. So first of all, right now, there's no input system that you can hook into at all, as far as I understand. When it comes to, let's say, movement, what happens is that they use client predicted movement so that you have movement on the client and then it sends that movement data to the server and the server validates whether or not that's fine. Any other key that's pressed, I don't even know how they look for it. Inputs are sent from the client to the server. You can capture them from the server. Then from the client to the you can't capture them from the server. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. There you go. That's what I mean, right? So I see. I was thinking something similar, like either a class that is managing the package. It's not impossible that there is such a thing. I would imagine so, but okay, let's think about this for just a second. This would be a selection, right? Let's just look at the packet. What the heck, man? Let's just look at the packet. This guy right here. Boom. Builder tool arc update. Builder tool paste clipboard. Builder tool. Builder tool extrude action. Stack area. Selection update. That might be pretty good right here. Yep, I feel like that might be it. Now how it's used, good luck on that one, but maybe. It might be the builder tool selection update. You're amazing. Thank you. Listen, okay? This is what I'm here for. I don't know if it's gonna be useful, but maybe it is. And if it is, then I'm very happy with that. You can guess which keybind has been pressed. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Made a new item in Blockbench, though for some reason it's not floating when dropped on the ground. I think that works differently. But in the future, we should have some sort of keybinds. 100%. Like, it's just like, custom keybinds just have to happen at some point. Like, that's just not, there's no way. Yeah, they have to just implement that at some point. Ihre Gesundheit ist uns wichtig. Yeah, that's why you gotta hydrate. I'm with you, Tier Master. By the way, I was able to make custom movement for NPCs. They're orthogonal. Nice! Let's go! Awesome. Ooh. Some nice cuts right there. That is might be a little bit too much water in that glass. Just give me a second. Ooh. Do you see the sparkles? Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? I'm German. That's why there's sparkling water, okay? I got a soda stream, not sponsored, but yes. There's an item offset when dropped. I just read a situation like Minecraft mod packs where every mod has keybinds. Maybe, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. They don't have tap water in Germany. No, this is it comes out of the tap sparkly. No, this is tap water, and then I put it into my glass thing, and then I put it into the soda stream, and then it comes out with this. So this is tap water with CO2. Sparkling tap water. Very nice. All right. Well, there you go. Interactions require player input to trigger. They need to invent sparkling tap water. I don't know that that's going to be easy. I don't think that that's going to be as easy as you make it out to be. Because right now I have to... There's like a lot of... Would probably erode the pipes. I mean, number one, but number two also, you would just... You have to inject the CO2 in such a forceful thing. I don't know if I think so. Yeah, so the stream uses a CO2 container to blow the bubbles in there. Exactly. Which is like... That's like a CO2 container, and that's like violent. The ability to call interactions to the forming system. I think that's fine. German orange flavor is pretty nice. You ever drink normal water? How is this not normal water? What are you talking about? That's normal water. Sparkling water is normal water. Flavored water is normal water. A friend told me about you and your work. Thanks for what you're doing and good luck. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. They mean default water. Brother. Okay. Do we have to do education by Kaupenjoe over here? What is default water? It doesn't exist. You know how much water is before we drink it? You know how much it's like made sure that it's like safe? You can't just go to a freaking river and drink the water out there. You're gonna get sick. That's not a thing. H2O. H2O ain't the same as H2O. Vanilla water. Yeah, okay, whatever. Vanilla water. You can drink river from wells directly. You can drink river from wells? Water. Water from wells. I mean, you can do something, but like you gotta make sure. Most of the world's water is ocean. The default water is salt water. Lynn has actually got you in checkmate right there. Even rainwater is different. True. Although it's safer than some... Listen, I understand. River water usually is fine because it's a moving body of water. So that's okay. Standing water, you should never drink ever, basically, right? Like, that's a thing where you're like, from a lake, you're gonna get parasites out of the wazoo. The ocean water, have you lost your mind? Don't drink ocean water. That's gonna make you literally just keel over and just, you're dead. Over. H2O be the real OG. Yeah, but the issue is not whether or not it's H2O. The question is what else is contained in that H2O, right? Because the science lesson with Kaupenjoe. Look at this. I have myself some salt over here, okay? Now, here, let's see. Can we see this? Is this going to be possible? I don't think so. Well, maybe it is. Wait a second. Maybe it will be. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So now, I'm going to add some salt to this. Let's see if we can do that. It's rough. Okay, wait a second. Okay, we can see this. You see how it's now sparkling? This is the salt dissolving in water. I don't even taste it. It's still H2O, but inside of the H2O, there's now, what is it? NaCl, chloride, and what is Na? Natrium. What is it in fucking English? Sodium. God damn it. Sodium chloride. There you go. Hightail mod ambassador loses his mind. Please. That presupposes that I had it beforehand. Na is sodium. Yeah, it's a real rough one because in German we actually use the natrium, so Na being natrium, which makes way more sense than sodium. But you know, English always needs its own thing. Electrolytes has salts in it. It's good for you. I'm not saying that it's not good for me. This is fine. Like a little bit of salt in your water is totally fine. But is this now H2O or is this H2O and a little bit of something else? You know? I'm just saying. A vehicle API. I don't see it. I don't see it. This is like a back to modding over here. Beep 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 beep. Back to modding. Okay. You have to drink the salt water faster, then you get dehydrated. Otherwise, it won't work. Yeah, I wouldn't. Don't do that. Don't do that. Your kidneys are not gonna like that at all. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. So when it comes to modding over here, boop boop boop. I don't think a vehicle API is a thing that we really need right now. I understand it. I get it. This could be a thing at some point, but this is like, for me right now, it's an X IMO. It's because, oh, not a +1, it's actually an X. Because like, it's just not, it's like so far down the list of anything that's going to be useful for, it's going to be for very specific things. Has someone run into this bug? When adding a custom block and setting the hitbox to vertical half block, then adding a block bench model matching that hitbox, the hitbox will not match the model consistently. If the H2O didn't have extra stuff, it would do osmosis to your cells in a very bad way. Also true. Exactly. We've all learned about this. When the potential of the cell wall, if the potential on one side is bigger than the other, then it creates an action potential, and then certain proteins in that lipid wall let through the salt and water until there's an equilibrium on both sides. We all learn this in school, but no one retains that information, okay? In German, we call this gefährliches Halbwissen. No, I roughly know how that works, but you know. Still 99.9% H2O. Accented axolotl. You're right. You know what's the issue? If that 0.1% is Botox or cyanide, I think your body doesn't give a frick if it's 0.1%. Okay? That's the issue. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta be careful what's in your water. If that's a brain-eating parasite, the 0.1%, it doesn't matter that 99.9% is water. Boom. Do you think the build height can be easily changed? I do not believe so. I believe that it is hard-coded as of right now. 320. World height? There it is. World settings. There it is. World settings, setup packet handler. World height 320. I guess theoretically you could maybe change it if you change the packet right here, but I'm not sure. So there might be a way to do it, but I am unsure if it is the case or not. I'm a programmer, not a chemist. Yeah, well, that's fair. Kaupenjoe would like to have you testing my mod when it comes alive. Yeah, listen, I want to go through community mods in the future anyway, so absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Highly recommended to join the Discord server, !Discord. And then you can post your mods in the Hightail mods channel right here. For example, we got really cool ones right here already by Ulrus. Look at this, right? Looks pretty cool. Monster Bat. I love it. This is so cool. Yep. Highly recommended over here. And then we can't see. So basically the last 20 minutes that I was showing stuff off, I know it wasn't that long. You were, okay. World height, right here. Okay, the world height is right here. In the setup packet handler, in the world settings packet. Maybe you're able to somehow change this, or maybe the world settings are actually read in some capacity. I don't know though. You would have to double check how those are serialized or not. And if there's a way to hook into it. Okay. There it is. This looks pretty good. Modding wish list. We're gonna continue. I've jumped over those. Node editor noise visualization. Might Mage, I'm gonna be real. Right now, I'm gonna give you an X on this. I don't think it's a bad thing to like have. You know what? Okay. It's fine. I'll actually add it. But node editor. I'm actually gonna add it, but I'm gonna add it as a very low priority. Because it's a thing that does make sense, but I just yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure that's not how you write a visualization. Yeah, that's correct. Material previewing in Unreal Engine. I do wish a vehicle API would exist, but it's such a niche thing. That's the thing, right? It's just too niche. It's just way too niche. I understand it. I understand it. It's just some things are just way too niche. It's super good for people getting into World Gen. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm gonna add it. It's fine. Okay. So expected is like reference similar to material, but would be previewed to current noise map. So when we talk about like the current noise map, you want like a or like a 3D plot or something like that. You want like a 3D plot on how it looks like? Noise visualization. Technically, you could modify the mount move. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's something different. No way to visualize the noise within the node editor. Make a preview image to show the simple 2D show noise as a simple 2D noise view. All right, I understand it. Okay, that's fair. That's surely doable. I'm gonna do a could have with a low. I think it's fair, and I think it's a thing that could be, it's like a quality of life thing. I guess 3D would be nice too, but yeah. Okay, fair enough. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. I don't expect node features to be added before World Gen V2 is finalized. No. I think that they are gonna be doing things there, because they do want to hire the 15 people to make custom World Gen stuff in World Gen V2. And I think that World Gen V2 is gonna be, now I don't know how much it's not finalized, as in like how many things are still gonna change, but who knows. 3D would be tricky. Maybe. Ability to save a server's mod list for faster reconnecting. I guess I could look at the manifest file, whether or not they're different. 15 people is a lot for World Gen, no? Well, that's what they said. They said they want to add 15 people for World Gen, but specifically How many biomes are they expecting? Hundreds. Hundreds. And each biome, like, it should be like its own sort of custom thing, and they should have like their own story told within them, but still have it procedural. So I think 15 people does make sense when you put it like that. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be like, it's just, I get like, from the point of view of us as modders, right? Like, most of us are modders over here. I think I get it when we're like a little bit like, oh, look at how many things we want, right? Or look at how many things we want to add and have different changes over here. I think it's like easy to once again miss sort of the idea. We're 1 month in. Like, even the fact that we have this, right, the wish list over here that they are gonna look at and that we are gonna, you know, change into and things like that. I think the fact that we have this is like super freaking cool. So I don't know. 15 is a lot when you think about when you think they have to work together and cohesively. I mean, I do agree with you, but let's just go ahead and think about the following. Let's go for Hightail planets. So if we look at the following right here, which is the fucking alternate verse right here, boom, right? So you get like the different planets right here. I mean, immediately, right, you get like 5 planets, right? Put 5 people on each of the different planets, right? Immediately you only have 5 people that need to work together for each of the different things, right? And then like you just get like different realms, and this is probably not, this is a concept art, so probably not even gonna be the final thing. That's probably gonna be even more complicated, which I would really appreciate. So who knows? I borrowed your fabric modding course, and through the modding part 1, should I finish the whole course and then look at Hightail modding, or should I just start learning Hightail modding? I mean, it depends on what your end goal is. Of course, the fabric modding courses, those are obviously for specifically Minecraft modding and for there. The courses themselves also, of course, include the Java introduction. Very, very good to learn Java, of course. Makes sense. It depends on what you want to do in Hightail, right? If you want to do Hightail, you know, a couple of items, a couple of things here and there, then you're basically really well served by the asset editor. That is the thing right here. So I have the asset editor runs right here, right? Custom pack over here. Highly recommend to check that one out. Really good. Otherwise, there's the plugins over here, which are very much more complicated. And if you're in like beginner in Java, it's going to be a bit harder. Add animations for armor that can trigger by an event. An animation to jetpack while in flight. How would you like do that? As in, like, how would you generalize this? So armor animations based on, I don't know, I don't think that's the thing. I haven't watched a modding tutorial. Hightail should be easier to mod. Start the ability to chain visual scripting by right-clicking and attaching a depend. Wait. Okay. Root interactions. Maybe. I haven't watched a modding tutorial. Hightail should be easier to mod, starting with the ability to make chains of visual scripting by right-clicking and attaching a dependent block by type and parent that can accept its data. I want to be able to see a clear start and end to a chain without having to skim through the block to find. I don't even know what I don't even know what that means. What do you have to do with access? What do you have to do to access WorldGen v2? So, depends on what you mean by that, Black Knight. Do you mean playing or changing? If you mean playing, then what you can do is you can make a new world in creative mode. Make sure that you're at the crossroads right here. This is the test v2. And then we go in. And if we jump into the crossroads, what you're going to find is there are some portals there. Just give it a second. And the left portal right here is going to take you to one of the different worlds, which is using WorldGen v2 already. So this particular biome right here uses WorldGen v2. Let's see. And you can see that is already really freaking cool right here. So that's one way to look at it. If we're talking about changing WorldGen v2, which is also possible, you can go in and we can look at the, I believe this one right here. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, but none of them are used in this instance, no? I understand that, but none of them are used, please. Oh, they are. What the heck? Why are they on? I did not turn those on. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I did turn on the WorldGen speedrun, obviously. I need that. Okay, there you go. Now open it. You're good. For changing it, you need to use the node editor. I highly recommend what you do with it for that. If you want to learn this, you go to my YouTube channel over here, or I can also just link this as well. This is the tutorial on how to use custom biomes with WorldGen v2. Because I don't know if this is going to work right now if I'm doing this, but we'll see. We'll try it. Ah, they now have a turn on by default mode. Ah, okay, I see. Fair enough. Let's just see if we will get it in here. Hopefully, please. All right, there we go. So we are now in here and we can see custom WorldGen stuff. Let's just boop this. And man, is my like, what is going on? Okay. Okay, there we go. That seems a bit better. And then we go to Creative Tools, Asset Node Editor, and let's just see. Oh, I think that's broken because of the... That's not good. Okay, well, that might prove to be a bit of an issue. Well, okay, just give me a second. I'm just gonna change something. So sadly, it's okay. You can't see it. It's just a little bit scuffed. So I changed this to like 250. Is this even the right one? It is. Okay, and then I'm gonna do WorldGen. Nope, it's not the case. I want to do a viewport. This is WorldGen v2. This is viewport radius 2. Okay, let's just go to like a different thing over here. So we're gonna set up a viewport right here. So we say viewport radius 2, right? And now this is a viewport, and look at this. I've changed the WorldGen for this specific chunk right here. Boom. I don't know why I can't see anything. Like the fog is a little bit weird, but basically you can see we're changing the entire chunk over here. And if I were to now go back over here to this and I say, hey, make me actually 160, and I just scroll down over here and I say this should be 180 right here, and this should be 190, and I save this and I go back into the game, it's going to reload and it's going to immediately change that specific thing. And you can see now all of a sudden I have like cool valleys over here. Boom. There you go. Custom WorldGen v2. Crazy stuff, I know. Thank you. Yeah. Another thing to elaborate. Oh, so this, in your opinion, how do you think Hightail's approach on modding differs from Minecraft, such as obfuscation? Well, they want to offer the. They were going to obfuscate the. They're going to obfuscate the server side code, but they're going to give us the mappings, if I recall correctly. And then do you think they will be more modding friendly in the long run? Hightail? I mean, given the fact that they've chosen me as the modding ambassador, right? The fact that they even have something like a modding ambassador to try and to advocate on behalf of the modders of the community, I feel like that already seems like a pretty good indication in my mind that yes, they are going to be very modding friendly in the long run. Doesn't mean that it's going to be, you know, all easy going and you know, who knows. That's fine, but just like Slikey said in his one of his tweets, he wanted to let's see. Working with Kaupenjoe as our official Hightail modding ambassador is quite the unique, novel approach, right? And one of the things that he said, for example, is that to support an independent modding ecosystem that can't get censored or moderated by us when we disagree, right? So this is where I think it's very interesting that that we're just sort of we're sitting at an interesting sort of precipice where, yeah, it's a very different way of approaching modding. And I don't know. I mean, you know, basically I'm here to advocate on behalf of the modders, right? It's just that's just sort of a thing. Now we have to be realistic with this, right? We can't just be like, okay, we want to change every single thing and every aspect, and this has to. That's not possible, right? But still, that doesn't mean that we can't advocate, or that I'm not going to advocate for the modders and say, listen, this is a feature that's just like, it would be really nice, and it wouldn't take a lot of effort to add this. So, yeah. All right, next up, configurable client-side particle filtering. But you don't see any particles unless you have some item equipped condition for them. The beam particle component. We can change attributes of a particle besides just scaling. We want to change offsets. What did I explain? Persistent. My luck. 2 times I've had at. Okay, well, that's fine. Don't worry. I will repeat myself. Axolotl, I will repeat myself. Slikey has said working with Kaupenjoe as our official Hightail modding ambassador is quite the unique and novel approach to community management. Basically, that they say that they want to support an independent and an independent ecosystem over here that can't get censored or moderated. Basically, I'm meaning that I'm going to be able to advocate on behalf of the modders, and yeah, we have to be realistic that we can't get everything, as in like, oh, change the entire game. Obviously that doesn't work, but you know, there's some amount of things that we can do. Namespaces. This has to be. We have to take this out. We have to take this out and do 2 of them. Okay. Okay, chat, talk to me about the following. Actual behavior. Right now, you can only override complete assets. Expected. Add 3 types of overrides. Overriding assets. Fully overrides an asset. Patching asset overrides only certain fields slash properties of an asset. Let me get error. higher mod compatibility. I hate this freaking word, guys. I hate the freaking word, and I wrote it correctly even. Wow, that's crazy. 3, remove assets. Able to fully delete an asset, even from vanilla. The fact that the game isn't even fully released and we're immense support, insane. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Do you think they'll make an effort to not have a split? Oh yeah, I don't think that we're gonna have a mod loader like that, like in Minecraft. I just don't see a reason for it. And I also agree that it's just a massive green flag that we're 1 month into the release of the game. I think, you know, it's sort of like, yeah, the reality right now of like, okay, we want to do all sorts of crazy modding things. And we're starting to run into sort of roadblocks. I think that's normal, right? Because at the end of the day, once again, it's like the game's super early access, right? We're basically talking about an alpha, if we're really honest right here. And we're still at a level where I'm like, you can already do quite a few things. So, I don't know. It's just gonna take time, right? At the end of the day, it's not sexy to say it, but it is just gonna take time. I mean, once again, we have so many different things, but like this is good, right? The feedback is good. It's awesome. I think it's really good. The Minecraft mod loader is because we never got an official API. Exactly. Well, don't worry. We're gonna get that API soon. Well, I mean, I say API. I mean, of course, JSON files for the Java marketplace. Listen, guys. Every one of you mother fricks was like, oh, Kaupenjoe. I've been talking about the Java marketplace for 4 years now. I'm gonna go back into my old VODs when the friggin' Java marketplace is announced, okay? And I'm telling you, this is gonna come in the next year. I am like a year, maybe year and a half. I just feel it in my bones, okay? I swear, when that comes in, I'm gonna be so vindicated. I'm gonna be so vindicated. You don't even realize. What Java marketplace? Well, right now there is no Java marketplace, but there will be. There will be. That's what I'm seeing in the future, okay? I've looked into the stars, and I've read the stars, and that's what's gonna happen. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't think they will add a Java marketplace. Oh, I know. Many people say this. Many people say this. I'm very much in the minority of people who think that they're going to add a Java marketplace. But I've seen the changes in the Java versions and like in Minecraft Java versions on what they've done. And they've made everything JSON fileable. They made everything data structurable. And you can say, well, isn't that the same thing that Hightail has as well with their asset editor? I agree, yes. But you really think that Mojang/Microsoft wants to make things easier for modders? Well, I got things to sell you if that's the case. So I know. No. They might just kill Java and force players onto Bedrock. Oh no, Java players, no, okay, number one, no Java player in their right mind goes to Bedrock on their own. That's not a thing, okay? Number two, at that point, if they disallow normal mods and only their system, they have in fact killed Java in a very, very big way, and they're gonna backtrack basically immediately. And if they don't, then they actually literally just killed their entire game, which would be really, really funny, but also kind of tragic. If they continue to allow normal mods next to their Java marketplace, it's probably gonna be fine, but in order to balance it out, they need to give a, like, imagine this, okay? Just put yourself into the following mindset. We have a crazy announcement, right? It's now Minecraft Live. Well, we have a crazy announcement. The first thing is, we have a new dimension. What? People are going crazy, right? New dimension. Also, the dimensions we have right now are a little bit boring, and therefore we have an end update. What? Imagine, okay? End update, new dimension. And Java Marketplace. What do you think is going to be done, right? Java Marketplace, let's just add it and not tell anyone. Or just like put it like below over here. If they add two huge things like an end update and a new dimension, and then in the same vein they add that Java marketplace, I think most of the community is going to be like, whatever. They're going to be like, okay, Katie Scott is a name to look out for. That's the person who who's like head of vanilla Minecraft, that's previously worked on monetization strategies, right? Yeah, I mean, oh, look at that. Oh, this is just, I mean, it's just like, I'm sorry. It's just like, utilizing my experience shipping over a dozen AAA titles to design experiences that resonate with players. Sure. Rainbow Six Siege, Assassin's Creed, okay, fair enough. What else? Directing the vision for multiplayer, okay. Monetization in Gears of War universe. Senior game designer at EA for FIFA 18, 19, and 20. Yikes. Well, isn't that gonna be amazing? At Ubisoft? Ugh. Yep, well, there you go. Listen, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna say that it's gonna be a rough one. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'd rather just be an old man yelling at the sky than to imagine a Java marketplace. Yeah, well, I'm just saying. They're doing very, very weird things, okay? And I don't know, but it's just, I mean, there's still a lot of good work before they can do good mods fully data-driven. Oh, no. I'm with you. I'm with you. There's a lot of things that they implemented already, though. That's, so, I don't know. And I just, listen, I'm just telling you, Kaupen is on some next level copium right now. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Why copium? I don't want every time. This is the issue. And I'm not, by the way, I understand you, Might Mage, but like, this is the issue, okay? I say XYZ is gonna happen. What you hear is, I want XYZ to happen. I've never said this. I don't want a Java marketplace. I just think, I hope I'm wrong, okay? Prove me wrong, world. Please prove me wrong. I just don't think I am. That's the issue. I don't want this to happen, but I think it's gonna happen. Those are two different, completely two different concepts. Oh dear God. Yes, I'm talking about that again. Okay, now listen. Are we done with the Java marketplace talk? Now, because we need to focus on the relevant things. What is your opinion on paid mods? And what is your opinion the best monetization strategy for mods? So my personal opinion on paid mods is that I think that they should be normalized a little bit more. Sounds a bit crazy. Let me finish before you go crazy, okay? Before you post this on Twitter and be like, I've seen a Reddit post where people, I'm gonna show you this because I have to actually show you this because it's really rough, okay? Because we are right now, okay, I think this is it. Yes. So this is the post on Reddit, okay? So this is Hightail devs, please do not allow paid mods, right? And basically they're saying, hey, you know, paid mods is not good because, you know, unofficial patches are paywalled and it's ruined the modding community in Skyrim and things like that, right? So they're pleading their case. Okay. Now, and then here, if you make it, if it makes you better, pay what you want, right? So you have an itch.io system for pay what you want. A button for donations is nice. Yeah. None of this is, no one uses those buttons, okay? It's just the case, okay? What else do we have? This is a make or break for the modding scene, honestly. If they use this, it's not good. Boom. Next one is, I prefer a system where you can donate. No one donates or supports. I understand. It does not, there's no thing. Even if it's built into whatever you're using, 0.1% of people will ever donate or give anything to a mod's development. It's just the case, okay? So we can talk about that, you know, we can talk about all that and like, if that's what we want, that's what we want, that's fine. But it's just the case that barely anyone gives any money. You don't have to, theoretically, because if it actually is for free, then you don't have to. But it's just not sustainable because the work in modding is immense, okay? And I will corroborate this by the following. Let me show you this. 8-sided square. So 8-Sided Square made a video on Hightail modding right here. Okay, so basically he showed how easy it is to add a custom block to Minecraft, right? Which is obviously actually going to take a while because you need to do all sorts of different things, right? Add the data generation to add the mod, right? So it takes like 20 minutes to add a block, and then here you just add a block, boom, the block is in there. In the comments, someone said this, look at this. Holy crap, I never knew what kind of work Minecraft modders were putting to give us cool stuff. Yeah, that's the point. People don't understand how much work it actually is to add insanely cool things in Minecraft modding, right? And here comes the disconnect. People actually think you just click a couple of buttons and you have a really cool mod. That's not the case. It's a lot of freaking work, and it's a lot of freaking work updating, and all of that stuff is just a rough thing. So then when I think about this, and I think about, you know, oh, we shouldn't have paid mods, I just disagree. I think it's a really, really good thing to have this as well. To have some sort of way. Now, I do agree with this. Free alternatives is a good idea. And this is my proposed vision over here. Okay, this is my proposed vision. Okay, this is it. For personal use, all mods on Hightail should be free. Every single one of them. Okay? You play with 3 of your friends, you can use whatever mod you want. Now, you are a server owner with at least 100 concurrent users. Pay up. Done. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all it is. Because the big server owners, if they add any sort, or let's go refine it even more. Let's go into deep a little bit more. Let's say your server also has a monetary incentive. You sell whatever things. Pay up. That's the fairest way that works. That's the fairest way that it works. Okay? So everyone can use whatever mod they want for free with their friends. If they have no monetary incentive and like non-commercial, every single thing is for free. Awesome. As soon as you have a server where you do that, boom. One-time purchase. Probably, I would say, although it depends. I would say that I think it depends. Actually, I agree with what you said about server owners needing to pay for mods. But only if the server monetizes. Yeah, exactly. 100% servers without monetization should be able to use the mods for free. I 100% agree. I think that's the best thing. Either you do a one-time purchase, you do a rev share model. It depends, right? I mean, you could probably implement either. But I think that's the fairest for everyone. One-time purchase per monetized server creation then. I guess theoretically what you could probably also do is you could maybe make it so that you get a token or something like that. And then you can just like reuse it. Similarly to how you auth the server right now for Hightail. You auth every one of the different mods as well. What about content creators using it to create content like series? I think that is much harder to... I understand. I think that's way harder to specify. Because for most things in the world right now, even though you make money with your videos, it doesn't count fully as a commercial use. As for example, if you use IntelliJ to make a video, and usually the community version is non-commercial use. If you make a video with IntelliJ right here, boom, right? Here it is. Community version of IntelliJ. You have this up. Is this allowed? Yes, it is allowed to make a video out of it. Because that's not commercial use as defined by that. So it depends on what it is. I just think that if you restrict content creators to make videos out of that, I think you run into the same issue that we talked about in the beginning of the stream, where I said, you know, in like 2010, 11, like if you wanted to make videos or streams of games, it wasn't really viewed as something positive yet. I think right now it's viewed as something positive. I don't see how it's a negative for someone to make, you know, the best 10 Hightail mods, and then you're like, well, you have to pay all of the mods as well. I understand that there's it's not easy, but I don't know. That's hard. Because if they have to then pay, then they're just not gonna use it then, right? So it's like, either you don't get any, then either you get videos and you're not paid for the videos, or you just don't get videos, right? Like, because like there's zero content creators who are gonna pay for the mods to like use them. I think that's not gonna happen. I don't think so. Content creators are more an ad as an actual product. I agree with this. No longer be able to use explosives on videos because it could be seen as commercial purpose. Yeah, it's like usually they're not, but like it's hard to say. So if I make paid mod, I need the paid version of IntelliJ. Oh, I think you're right. Yes. I actually think yes. You're right. Because what IntelliJ wants you to pay for is when you make something in IntelliJ, like the game or program, and you sell that. So I think you're right. Yes, actually, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right. Didn't the author of Lucky Blocks try to do something blocking content creators from using his mod to make money from its content? It might be the case. That's insane. I'm sorry. Like, that's like, I don't even know. Like, it's like really, that's like so difficult. You know, we want to live in a world where that's like super easy. That's not an easy thing to think about. It's like you can say, well, they're using my block texture in their videos, so they're using my assets. Okay. But that's not fair use. They're like, well, I don't know. Is it a replacement of the mod? Like, if I watch the video, do I no longer want to play the mod? I don't know if that's true. I feel like it might actually have the opposite effect. I watch the video, that's such a funny, cool mod, let me download it and play it myself. I don't think you have a leg to stand on that. But I do agree with you. Everyone is profiting except the modders themselves. That is very much correct. Yes. And that's where it's like, there has to be some monetization options for the modders, okay? I don't know. I'm just... First Forge rewards office. Oh, 100%. That's already really, really good. But it's just, yeah. To be frank, I love modding. I don't know how feedbackless it is. Feedbackless. Most of the comments are like, when is port? This is also a thing, right? Like, oh, when is the port to XYZ version? That's like, in my opinion, at that point, is like super disrespectful, actually. The best things have always been free and will always be free. It's free. If it's free, everyone can use, play it. Word of mouth. I mean, I don't know if it... I mean, I think I know what you mean, although I think that the what you wrote could very well be interpreted in I don't think that that's quite right, but like I think I know what you mean. Allow for donations, sure, but paid mods are not it. Yeah, and how many people are gonna donate? It's like, it's just... And then this is the thing as well, okay? And this is just the truth as well. Okay, let's even say we do donations only. Okay, my man Pacific Byte sits down and writes Songs of the Machines V3. Crazy complicated mod, different levels. You have like 8 different planets and dimensions. Super freaking cool, okay? Like, it's just insane. Could be a game unto itself, okay? My man Pacific Byte took 6 months to make that, okay? Next to whatever work he's been doing. What happens now? Oh, 5 million downloads. One of the best mods ever. You know how many donations? Let's say 50 people donate $1 each. Congratulations. My man can now buy himself 2 meals per month for that. If that. great. If you then do the right thing and you also tell the IRS that that's the money, then they take about, I don't know, friggin' half that money as well, or 30%. So congratulations, you now have one thing a month. One meal a month. It's just, the asymmetry is just rough, right? But at the end of the day, and this is just the thing, right? This is the thing. Simon said himself on Twitter, he has a solution to the problem. So who knows? Maybe this is already figured out. Italian taxes. Oh no. Okay, so I guess 50% then. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. I'm just guessing, but usually European taxes, as we all know, are usually a little bit higher. So, yeah. It should be through donations. It's just like, and then every single, I'm sorry. I might be an asshole over this. I think every single person who's like, oh, maybe have a donation options. Not a single, maybe I'm wrong. I think not a single one of the people who are like, oh, it should be done through donations have ever donated to any project ever. Now, to be fair, I think I have once or twice, but I don't even claim this. I don't say this. So I don't know. Whatever. That's my crash out done. As far as I know, Simon only committed to 2 years without taking a cut from paid mods. Okay, wait. Those are two different things. No. Wait. Taking a cut from paid mods and how to implement a system in which both modders and server owners and players are all happy with the monetization options of the modders. Those are completely separate things, right? At the end of the day, if they take a 10% cut or whatever, I mean, go ahead. That's totally fine. At the end of the day, you are using the distribution platform there, right? So I think that that's super fair. It probably feels good to say donations, but it's really not. Yeah, that's the thing. The best way to do it would be to charge money for mods used on server. Yeah, exactly. That 100%. This is exactly what I said. Yep, exactly. As soon as you have a server with which you want to make money, a monetized server, you need to pay to use mods. I think that that's super fair, right? I think that that's super fair, right? Let's say, for example, maybe there's something like 30% of the yeah, maybe you do that. So maybe a server that owns via the Hightail platform, 30% of that is gonna get taken, right? So you retain 70. It's the same split that Steam has, for example, right? So totally fair. Totally fair. So you take that 30%, and that 30% will then be split with all of the mods that are on that server, and also with the person, with the people with Hightail. There you go. No need to do anything anymore. You don't need to, yeah, there you go. I think that would work very well. No? Wouldn't that solve every issue? You don't have to make sure that, you don't have to make sure that every mod sets its own prices and own percentage. No, you just do. You have 10 mods, boom. Those 10 mods get split evenly, 3% each, boom. And is that like a lot? I don't know. But that if you make a really good mod and it's get added to a lot of different servers, the modder itself, all of a sudden you have a business. I feel like that would work really well. There you go. But done. Now, server owners can then complain, oh, 30% is taken. I'm like, brother, if you can basically then use them, how many mods you want. If you use, I guess if you use 100 mods, then all of them only get 0.3% of the money, which is obviously a way to sort of cheat the system. But I feel like that would be sort of tortious interference, and I don't think that would be allowed. But there you go. I don't know. I feel like that's a really good way to do it. Micro server profit margins are insane. Or, as in like the server owners? Or the server hosting. I know server hosting I think has pretty good profit margins, but I guess the other thing as well. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is I think we solved it. In before I get a call from Simon. Don't. Who told you? I'm like, I'm just a smart boy. So you're saying all mods should have a cost associated with it, but without the mods choosing the price. No. I believe that every single mod, if they are installed on a server that has a monetary incentive, should get a cut of that revenue. Because even splitting is unfair. You are correct that even splitting would be unfair. I agree with you. If you have a mod that adds one command that every server uses, you're right. But, okay. I'm not saying that it's perfect yet. But, you know, let's workshop it. It's a very good, you have to admit, it's a very good starting point. I don't know why people feel so entitled. It's just because what they're used to. Everything money related on a server has to go through the Hightail checks. Yes, it has. I believe that that's going to be happening anyway. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that you will have to use the same processing, the same like money processing anyway. But you are not explained how do you control that? Who determines if the server is making money or not? Well, the payment processing is the same. You have to hook in the same payment processing with Hightail. So Hightail knows if you're making money or not. And if you don't have a payment processing unit hooked up to your custom server, then obviously you don't make any money. And then it doesn't matter. So more of a EULA with commercial use clause. I mean, the EULA already allows you to theoretically pay, like, sell your mods, right? I mean, I guess you could also make it so that I don't want the revenue share of the mod. Maybe you are like, no, I want to, I don't know. Maybe you say I want, you know, $500 every, like, for a license or whatever. Okay, sure. Then do that, I guess. But I don't know. What is this? Also the way to have people check the website to sell in-game stuff and bypass it. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be pretty similar. So if you have a... Okay, I understand. Well, I mean, make it against the EULA. They find it. Shut the server down. Done. We moved from Minecraft to Hightail modding. Yes, so we're basically doing Hightail modding right now for most part. When 26.1 is out, we're definitely gonna check out Minecraft modding again. Custom payment mod that API. Yeah, and then yeah, you just make the custom payment mod illegal. I mean, it's just like, I mean, yes, but also listen, guys. As soon as you add money to the equation, you are getting into very, very territory where you have to be very careful about licensing and stuff. Okay, this is not a... Like, I understand what you're saying, but as soon as money gets, like, as soon as €1 or $1 exchanges hands and you making money, you are open to so much liability. You're no longer playing. That's what I'm saying, right? So if you're just making some stuff, I'm just sort of playing around a little bit. Oh, you have a, listen, like, you can't use that. Okay, fair enough. Boom. You're making money. Gloves are off. Kids' gloves are off. I'm just saying. I feel like Hightail would be more likely to take their EULA seriously than Minecraft. Well, specifically for things like that, right? It's not, it's like, I think you can restrict things like that. I don't know. Being able to make a living making mods is a dream. I just feel like that's the dream that they want to reach at some point, right? I do think that that's the dream they want to reach, which would be insane, man, insane. I mean, isn't Roblox already doing that? I mean, you could, yeah, I think that that's a fair reference point. I was referring to my own message, by the way. Oh, okay. It's all good. Anyway. All right. Interesting chat about the future of Hightail modding things. Now, my mod made 10 cents. Yo, let's go. See? Can you buy anything for 10 cents in current day and age. Not even a piece. I think even a piece of licorice costs like 15 or 25 if I go to like my Bude, to the kiosk. I don't know. A gumball, yeah. I don't know. I remember seeing a 13-year-old kid ask about taxes in Minecraft Reddit after his server started making money. Oh boy. That is, yeah, well. Listen, the IRS does not play around, even if you're 13, I'm pretty sure. I made $5 a month from Hightail mods. Rich people, I'm on my way. Nice. Listen, okay? Cammy, listen to me, okay? Rich is not always about money. It's also about what you do. You gotta think about it like this. I understand it's only $5 right now. But let's say you could make 1,500. I don't know if it's enough to live where you are, but let's just suppose it is, okay? Because, like, just... Otherwise, you're undermining my argument. For the sake of argument, let's say 1,500 is enough for you to live where you are. If you make 1,500 from Hightail modding, or you could make 3,500 from a job you really don't like. I think most people would choose the Minecraft mod, the Hightail modding or Minecraft modding or whatever with a 1,500. Because that's also being rich in some capacity. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All day long. That's what I mean, right? So it's like it's you gotta remember that as well. And it's just 100%. See, like see, man, even people are even like 100%ing that. Yeah. I made $8 already planning a vacation. Nice. I'm just proud I got downloads beside my friends. Yeah, listen, that's also cool. Yeah, that's right. True. I followed your custom ore video tutorial and added tin to the game. Now I need to figure out how to combine it with copper and make bronze ingots craftable. That should be doable with a custom recipe because the furnace has 2 input slots and you can actually do 2 inputs for a processing recipe on the furnace. So you should be able to do it there, theoretically, if you wanted to. Yeah, I imagine a YouTube of modding. At first, you might get rich, then it becomes a normal job. Like me, like what I'm doing. I mean, I'm definitely not rich. I could tell you that much. But like what I'm doing, yeah, it becomes a normal job at some point. That is very true. That's yeah. It's still really freaking cool. Don't get me wrong. I am incredibly I don't even know, grateful and humbled every time when I'm thinking about the fact that I can do, you know, my Minecraft Hightail modding, whatever, like as a job here. Freaking crazy. But yeah. And I got some stuff planned, okay? We're gonna see. Rich isn't money, it's also it's about enjoying life, IMO. Yeah. Now usually that's a part of it as well, right? Like that's a part of it as well. But it's just, I'm telling you, it's just the case. I'd rather scrape by doing something I enjoy than make more by doing something that makes me miserable. Yeah. I need to get back to making my mod, but Blockbench is my worst nightmare. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Deadly. Okay, can we get a something over here? Listen. This. Overriding, patching, removing assets. So, asset editor. Right now, you can only override complete assets, meaning that if you override an asset, every single thing is overridden. I want 3 different types of overrides. Overriding assets, the same that works right now, fully overrides an asset. Patch assets, where you override only certain fields or properties of an asset, which would lead to higher mod compatibility, right? This would make it so that you could... it's similar to the parent inheriting system, but a little bit different. And then finally, remove assets, where you're actually able to fully delete an asset. Is this a good framework of what we need in order to overwrite and patch assets. Specifically vanilla ones. Instead of patch assets, how about extend? Okay, I think that that's... Okay, I think that that's okay. Okay, my reasoning why extend... I don't like extending is because extending sort of presupposes that you add something to it, if that makes sense. I'm okay with changing the name of patch, but add, edit, remove. Yes. Patching, you can remove it without removing it entirely. I mean, I guess so, but like, okay. But it makes sense. Conceptually, it makes sense. I still think this is a nightmare of possibilities. It is a nightmare of possibilities, but you need to somehow be able to do it, right? I'm thinking in the same way you extend a class. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I don't know. Does overriding with a file that only contains to remove not work? You're right. That's true. It's true. I think that would work. Let's try it out. If key present, replace, otherwise default. Well, it just needs a system for that. At the, like, if nothing else. I think overrides and mod priority should do the job. Patching will very likely just break. Okay. Overrides and mod priority. No, you have to have some way of just changing a thing. There's like, I just don't think, I don't think you can do it. Think about interactions. No, I'm with you on that, but like, I just don't see, like, if I just don't know, man. If you have like multiple ones that override an asset, I just don't think that that's gonna be a thing. Ingredient poop. Oh, look at, oh, interesting. It still exists. Maybe it's a super hard problem to solve. I never said that it was an easy thing to solve. I'm just saying that we need it regardless. I feel like. So I have to really up my vegetable intake. Okay, so as you can see, poop still exists, which is a real issue. So even if I have it completely empty, it doesn't delete it. Issues overrides as if the team updates the base behavior of an item, then your mod will be outdated base behavior if you override. Also correct, yes. I mean, figuring out the way for modders is a nightmare, let alone Hypixel. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like this is fine. Listen, this is still okay. Then let's go through this one more time. Might Mage, do you think? So, is this not a must-have in your opinion? You think that this is a should-have? I do think that, like, I just don't think that should-have and high demand is correct over here. I think that we do have, like, I think we have to have it at some point. I'm not saying that it's easy to solve, and it's probably not going to be a thing that we're gonna... That I don't think this is going to be implemented in, like, the next patch, right? Don't get me wrong. But it's just, you know... You think it's fair to publish a lesser mod for free and keep the full version behind coffee paywall? For Hightail mods, I think that is totally fine. Like, in terms of the EULA, that's fine. Whether or not the users like it, that's a different thing. I don't know if we should have it at all. I think it's too fragile of a system right now. Okay. How would two mod creators modify the drops from a mob? Well, theoretically, you have a drop list right here, right? So chicken, drop chicken right here. Boom, right? Now, in theory, the issue is right now, I have to override this asset, meaning I destroy every other mod that adds the drop chicken item drop over here. However, because the containers literally are a list, right? Why not go in and be like, append containers, boop, 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 done. Right? So overriding in a non-destructive way. Like I said, I'm not saying this is easy. This is a very hard, this is a difficult thing to solve. But solve by using priorities. Yeah, but still, you can't do it. For some asset types, yes. But you can just append more interactions, right? Yes, I mean, I guess so. Yes. I understand for some things it would be harder than for others. I understand that. What the fuck? Can we listen to a different song, please? Okay, that was creepy as fuck. I was like, what the fuck is this? Jesus. Encouraging mods to edit in a way that would be compatible with most mods. Right, but shouldn't you... but then you still need a way to not override an asset, but to specifically tell it, hey, I modify this field. Yeah, that needs to be made like for grass overlays. Currently, it is the grass block itself, which if two mods would want to blocks to be overgrown. Okay, there you go. Yeah. This becomes a problem if there are no namespaces. Okay, I agree with you. Namespaces I also want to add to the as a chord. However, the issue is that we're now only talking about overriding vanilla items. Yes. If the server wants to use two incompatible mods, they have to the option to fix it. Damn. Oh yeah, I saw that. Sorry, Simsim. I didn't even. I literally didn't even see that. Or I saw it and then I didn't. I forgot about it. How is the best way to get in touch? I have a rather weird problem with early transformers, and I would like to get your opinion on it and the potential fix to propose to the high team. Well, the best way is actually to go into to join the Discord server !Discord and thoroughly write a this inside of the Hightail modding wishlist. I'm also then open to adding this to the wishlist discussion if this is like a very particular thing, to maybe get some more information on that. But that would probably be the best way to go about that. Yeah, I would say. I'm still curious on how Hightail plans to deal with server real money gambling systems, in-game reward. I don't know. I think that they don't like the gambling stuff. I don't think that they like, but yeah. If each mod had a separate asset ID, it would you specify overrides of a specific mod. So there's so many edge cases. Okay, so what you're saying is right now that this is a nice to have, but really the namespaces is the thing that really is going to solve this is going to be the 20% that solves 80% of the issues, also associated with the overriding and the patching. Do mods change something? Yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah, maybe. To throw into the wish list and then you potentially move it into the discussion forum. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a discussion then. Yeah. If you say that, that's like there's like a weird sort of issue there. that needs to take a look at. Yeah. Namespaces solve a lot of modding issues, but distinctly doesn't solve overriding because it introduces the issue of which namespace wins. Again, mod priorities could decide the namespaces, but still lose. Well, okay. Then let me do this then. Okay. So namespaces solve a lot of issues. Finalized. Could you then not have a mod priority and then also an override priority for each individual asset? This I'm thinking about mod packs right now, right? I'm thinking about mod packs specifically, where you then say, oh, take this asset from mod A, take this asset from mod A, take this asset from mod B, take this asset from mod C. Instead of then saying you append stuff, you just say, hey, those are the ones that I'm gonna take. The problem is no user is gonna do that. They don't need to. I don't want the user to do that. I want a mod pack creator or a server owner to be able to do that. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna have. I want the because users. I don't know how many users are gonna do that. Anyway, I don't think how many users are gonna do mod packs. I think that's mostly gonna be a thing for server owners and or mod pack creators. Each class has different mix and priority. Yeah. Even then, think about how many items and conflicts there might be. It's impossible 100% because it can introduce a lot of friction. Right, but I don't... okay. Okay. Regardless of the overriding, we need namespaces, though. That we can all agree on this, yes? All assets are registered under the same namespace. Excalibur. But in practice, how namespaces work. If I make a sword called Excalibur, and another pack adds a sword, a different sword called Excalibur, only one of those will be added to the game. Expected. For item IDs, the pack, what is it called? The pack name or group, the pack name or group or both are used as unique identifiers, leading to same item names or to matching item names, not overriding each other. This could be it fixed by best practice. I agree. I mean, you're not wrong. To be frank, the people who will be releasing mod packs that will continuously support, maintain, can assign unique identifiers that allow for people who will be maintaining their mods for private use. Closed communities can manually update their own in-house mods and packs without needing to worry about conflicts. Yeah, like, I mean, both Bart and I and Pacific Byte are kind of correct, no? Like, where we should just, from the get-go, be like, okay, I make an item, right? So, like, you know, I could call it item slash or whatever, weapon underscore sword underscore Excalibur, right? And then another person's like, oh, I'm also going to call it that, right? But what if I then just say, okay, all of my weapons start with Kaupenjoe, right? Boom. And now all of a sudden, they're not going to do that. And if they do, then they're stupid and they shouldn't use my name for it. So then someone else can be like Pacific Byte _, right? Boom. And then this no longer happens, right? That's just a namespace with more steps. I know, but the issue is any namespace that we want to do, we would have to... I mean, they would have to implement a very, 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 very many things in order for this to work. Probably, I don't know if it's very many things, but like probably quite a few things. Whereas you just do this, and then all of a sudden, the issue is solved. Kind of. Bethesda uses dynamic ID system. Every load order has a unique ID. Interesting. I get it does help with keep overriding behavior in the base game clean. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not ideal. Relying on users to do that feels like it's not going to work very well. So I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, I mean, I'm gonna be real. At that point, couldn't they just, if we wanted the namespace, couldn't they literally just append this on the IDs then? I need to check if X item is in the game. Ooh, and the game changes it. True, you're correct. You're right. You're right. Pacific Byte makes a good point. If we are looking for a specific item via the asset system, so right here over here, if we look at item get asset map get asset and we give it the key right here, we can't change it. Right? Or getting the asset also. Oh, what the fuck? Hack key? I guess that's already in the game. Isn't that interesting? Try optimistic read. Me every day when I wake up. Try optimistic read. That's crazy. It's just not used in the way that we are describing. Parent equals super? No fuck. Does this work for creating item stacks? I don't know. Like, you better not use my in-game name in your mod ID. Agreed. Don't packs have a group field? They do, but it's not used to differentiate between assets. So I don't know. This is not an... I think this is a really, really rough one, man. This is a very, very rough one to like think about how this is going to work. Sort the packs and display them, but it doesn't... Yeah. Ultimately, it's a patching issue, right? Even if you had two identical mods, they just need a event handler to tell us overriding files a path. I fully agree. You fully agree that it's not an easy issue to solve? Yeah, it turns out that, you know, this is... I also think that one of the reasons why there's no namespaces right now is because Hightail comes, or the team comes from specific plugin development of Minecraft, and plugin development in Minecraft never really needed to use namespaces, not in the sense where you had this in mod packs or in mods, because are there even plugin packs? That doesn't exist in that sense. Does that make sense, right? Like all the mods, there's no all the plugins, right? So I think that's the issue where it's, you know, I don't know. I guess you could have a... Namespace manager, which hash map. Yeah. Wouldn't merging issues be a preview of compatibility patch author? I don't think I don't think I have enough brain power left to deal with this today. I feel like this is a very complicated issue that's not easily solvable. And we haven't even talked about any of the implementation yet. It's just even the concept itself is like super difficult. Yeah. Tech mods that are zipped don't seem to, but is so fun though. Yeah, it's really fun. All y'all shouting my idea, shouting your ideas in chat, and then me being like, "Oh, I don't know what we should do, guys. Are you really sure about this?" I guess we're kind of discussing implementation. I mean, kind of. You're right. You're right. You're right. We're not just like looking at it from a point of view. Yeah, you're right. So, pack mods that are zipped don't seem to register instances. Is this still a thing? Is this a thing? We were just pinged. Let me see. Or was just I pinged? No announcement. What is the announcement? Today we're introducing some changes to the Hightail Discord server in an effort to create the safest environment for the community. Please make sure to read the announcement carefully. We have restricted and added new categories and channels to the server in order to engage... verified only channels. You must link your Hightail account information below. Go to Hightail's join Discord. Once you do, open the Discord invitation link and apply to the server directly, and you're done. Oh, interesting. Okay. We also added 50 new emoji. Yo, look at this! Weebex. Those are cool. okay, that one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Look at this guy. Fog is awesome. Okay, I love that. That's really nice. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let me quickly do that. Go to your settings. I know you can't see anything because I did. Oh, okay. You get an email sent with a code. Sure. 100% just my head hurts. I've been working all day. Yeah, well, had a really weird day as well, which is what helps the team. No. Oh no, it is like we're helping the team with that. Oh my gosh, 23 emails. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh Jesus Christ. Don't worry, guys. It's actually all good. It's not. It's. I mean, it's a lot of emails, but it's all. I know why I have so many emails. Can you show us the code? No. Discord join. Could not load Discord link. Sync your Discord. Sync roles. Connect. Okay, that's not what I want to do. No, wait a second. Oh, I'm logged in with a different account here, right? Yep. Okay. Log out. Log out. Join. Yes. Go to your click join Discord. Okay. Connected. Join Discord. Link your Discord account to the could not load Discord link. Please try again. Well, that's great. Probably the system is down. Oopsie. Well, it is what it is. Let's let me put this here so that I don't forget to do that at some point. Okay. There we go. We're back. By the way, if you're reading this Song of the Machine, you have questions, feel free to DM me. Oh yeah, of course. Awesome. Yeah. Good idea. I'm working on a mod that will be using item/energy pipes. I want them to look like this connected blocks. Oh yeah, I've heard about this before. Isn't ideal because I want the photo. My current system using the block states when the item is a hefty 457 models to get this to work. Oh my god, it'd be cool if there was a way to one model you can just use states to toggle on and off different nodes. Huge thing actually. It's overloaded by people trying to use it all at once. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, we could have sort of foreseen that, right? Right here. Also, this is huge, right? Am I crazy? That's 100% a thing. So that would be this would be block. No, this would be model toggles, model node toggles based on state. Sure. I think that works. Actual. To add several models for a block using multiple block states. You need to make a new model for each. Add ability to enable/disable nodes inside the block model. Inside of the block model to based on the block state. Boom. I love it. NA. Should have, I think medium is okay. Boom. Done. I like, what is this? Asset editor. It's not, it's like, it's a little bit of Blockbench, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Boom. Done. I'd like to see more tools for tracking stat changes. A simple curve visualizer. Oh! A simple curve visualizer for emergency right now is very difficult to understand how the curve... That's exactly the same thing that that you already said, mate, right? Node editor visualizer. Noise visualizer. Or is it in general visualizer? Curve visualizer. I mean, curve, noise, potato, yeah? It's kind of the same. Consider moving from Trello to GitHub. Maybe. Is it potato or potato? I don't know. I personally like fries. Okay, I feel like I'm sort of at the end of my rope. So, how many do we still have? So, listen, let's see. So, in total we have... That's not right. That's not correct. I don't think that's accurate. I think that there's more than 82 right here. I can promise you that much. I think that's way more than 82. Yep, 186. And we have reduced it to, let's go to roundabout here ish. Wow, that's really great. That's really awesome. Oh boy. Okay, well, that's something, I guess. Listen, it's not about how many things there are. It's more about getting the things on the list, right? Like, the point is not, okay, how do we have 100% of the wish list things on the Trello board? That's not the point. The point is, are we making progress? That's the point. That's most important about all of this. IMO. All this talk of potato has me hungry. Oh, I have still a little bit left over from what I made. Yeah, I mean, it sounds dramatic, but it's not that crazy. I still have a little bit left over from what I made this for lunch, which is my usual rice and ground meat half and half, 50% fat reduced. However, this time, because I want to add some vegetables in my diet, I've added some cauliflower. Now I have frozen cauliflower. I had frozen cauliflower, and I would just take the frozen and just put it into the pan. That does not work at all. Now, because I have a rice cooker and I cook my rice in that rice cooker, I also have this inlay which you can put in, and then you put vegetables in there, and then the vegetables get steamed by the rice being cooked, which, by the way, that's really smart. And I put that in there, night and day. Absolute, amazing, amazing. And I'm getting a bit of a few things in there. Yeah, I'm getting some vegetables in my diet. Streamer brain struggle. What does that mean? As in, like, I'm gonna make beef stew later. That's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good too. I like that too. That's good. As in, like, I don't know where I am. I don't know what I'm doing. Listen, I'm telling you, it's crazy. As soon as you start the stream, as soon as this camera turns on and the start streaming button turns blue, you lose like 15 or 20 IQ points. It's actually crazy. Oh, I have a rice cooker. I should get a steamer for it. It's really cool. Like, I got this. So basically, there's literally just like an inlay that you put in, and it just like slots into like the top of it, and then it just like steams the vegetables, which is really nice. Cauliflower prepared like mashed potatoes is so good. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I do like it as well. So I don't know. I just need to up a little bit of my veggie intake. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, it's fine, but also maybe I should look out for a little bit of my health. You know, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. You know, I'm just saying. Da-da-dum. All right. Well, anyways, so I have two things. I have many things to do this week. I think, at least. Meaning that there is a very high likelihood that today was the only stream this month. This week. If at all, there's going to be a spontaneous one, but I don't think so. Because I once again have like way too much stuff to catch up on, and I just need a bit of breathing room for it. I also plan on doing way more things like on stream. I know that a couple of last ones have been a little bit of a, I don't know. I just feel like personally they were lacking a little bit. But we'll see. We'll do a couple of interesting things, and we'll talk about that. And also there's like a bunch of things that I have planned, probably all next month, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll work on some of the wishlist stuff in the background over here, right? So obviously there's still like 157 messages, so yeah, I need to like get on that. That's gonna happen this week as well. But yeah, for the time being, that's kind of what we're gonna close it for today. I hope you found this interesting and had a good time over here. And we shall be back at latest next week, Monday. I promise you that one, Modding Monday. That's not going to change. And then maybe spontaneously at some other day. But I don't know yet. I don't know. I can't tell you. Wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever time it might be. And yeah, hope to see you next stream. Until then, so